The Nicole Sandler Show, weekday mornings at 10 on the South Florida Radio Network. This is the South Florida Radio Network.
Here he comes in his SUV, running bad, driving bitches right off the street. Hey, hey, it's Jorge Rodriguez, and he's not around. He's on his way to the station and barreling through your town. He's got a show to get ready for all you crank calling clowns. He's got a lawnmower sling blade, and he's ready to cut you down.
The Jorge Rodriguez Show, brought to you by Wallace the Waffle Whipper Waffles.
That really frosts my ass a little bit.
Fiddle up, fiddle up. One Democrat down and a few more million to go, my friends. Hee-hee! Thanks to one brave Republican practicing his God-given right to take everything I say as truth. Yeah, I want to thank all my loyal diddleheads for obeying my words. Words of homespun hatred that are protected by the supplicant media and FCC. Fiddle up. Joining me on the phone direct from my very own slice of Limbaugh heaven is Tim Dale Johnson, the gunman and Republican hero who shot and killed Arkansas Democratic Party Chairman Bill Gwatney. Great work in the service of Rush and God.
Thank you, Rush. Yeah, man, I did it.
We need more courageous Republicans like you, my friend. It's too bad you're dead.
Well, good brother, it's the least I can do to keep this great country of ours on the wrong track.
The Elza Rush has a devil put aside for you, my friend.
Thanks again, Rush. Well, I gotta go now. I got the word burning into my skull.
The Republican Party will miss you.
And I'm gonna miss my crystal meth.
Huddle up and toodle-oo, my friend.
I'll hang up and listen.
I want all diddleheads within the sound of my voice, from the comfort of my Palm Beach mansion, to placate your ignorance by killing all Democrats before it's too late. It don't look good for us in November, my friends. So, if we can't beat the Democrats, my friends, kill them! Kill them all! Hee-hee!
You're a bastard.
Join the NRA, shoot your gun today. Have yourself some down-home Christian fun. Blow your friends away, we'll back you all the way. Defending your right to own a gun. When you think of all the benefits you're getting, life will be sweeter when you pack your heater and carry a license to be deadly. Come on and join today. It's the American way to be a member of the NRA.
Aim for the knee, aim for the chest, and always aim for the head in case they're wearing the vest. Sharpen your skills and feel more fun. We'll be there to defend your right to hold a gun.
Come on and join today, and you'll be proud to say you're a member of the NRA.
Jeez, don't give me enough time to blow my nose over here. This looks really good on the camera, I imagine.
There's not a lot of nose blowing lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's just hanging on cold, and I'm sure that all of the activity leading up to the... God, it's noisy today. I don't know where that hum is coming from. Let's blame Brian, just for fun. How you doing?
Turn off your vibrator.
Or turn it on. The cold that I've been struggling with, and, you're supposed to rest and blah, blah. Like, who had time to rest? Ain't no rest for the wicked. Leading up to the memorial service, and I told myself, man, if I can just get on the other side of that memorial service, everything will be just fine. And then I collapsed. The morning after, there's got to be a morning. Do you have that song, Boca Brian? Was that Maureen McGovern? Who sang that?
I think so.
There's some kind of a unacceptable buzz hum on everything today. Oh, well. Life goes on. What a service. We'll get to that. Everything. I'm blowing my nose. I didn't get a chance to eat my soup. Thank you, Monica, for running out and getting me some soup. Haven't been doing a lot of eating. I just collapsed. Oh, there it is. Great. And I'm going to talk about the gun guys. Right after I do all the due diligence about the memorial service and the after party and how really really sweet and nice and wonderful everybody was before, during, and after that thing. And I will get to the emails eventually. Never have I been so flooded. Well, the only other time was when I got fired, and then the Neil show ended shortly thereafter, which is how this all came to be, was because I was getting flooded by emails from people. Like I said at the thing, like a light went out. People wandering around in the dark, bumping into each other, going, what do we do now? I know, let's email George and tell him to get his magic wand out and make Neil come back onto the airwaves. Because I was getting emails that essentially the only thing that I could do would be that. You got to do something. You got to get Neil back on the air. I got to get Neil back on the air. I'm going to drive to Toronto. I'm going to club him over the head with a blackjack. Stuff him in the trunk, somehow get past customs, and then hold a gun to his head and force him to come back onto the radio so that I can have a job again. Hey, this is what people expected me to do. I think maybe it's starting to sink in now that there's this is beyond my ability. As magical as I am, as many magic wands as I have, I can't raise the dead. So there. Now maybe, but so that was then the people bugging me with the emails. These emails are people saying really, really, really nice things.
You deserve it.
Well, thank you. And thank you, everybody that wrote me really nice emails. I will get a chance to get back to you. As soon as I woke up Saturday morning, I had to go play catch-up. For the previous 3 weeks, maybe a month, I've been letting a lot of things go. Things piled up in corners, laundry, things that are my responsibility, piling up. Not just physical piles of stuff and the Christmas debris that I haven't gotten a chance to get to. Stuff that, I opened it for Christmas. Hey, look at that. And then pile it in a corner there. Didn't have a chance to get to it. Just that hum is going to drive me nuts today. We're going to have to unplug and replug everything in. I just had to play catch-up all weekend long. And the cold thing decided that it was going to play catch-up also. So I haven't been feeling good, and I haven't been sleeping right. Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of sadness. It's been very bittersweet. People saying some really nice things. Did I mention that? Getting a lot of really nice emails and Facebook messages from people patting me on the back and kudos about the speech. And I said to everybody after the service that came up to me, and then at the after party, so I'll say it again. How I didn't puke, shit, and faint on that stage is beyond me.
You're
Talk
amazing.
about an out-of-body experience. I had to watch the video just to see what the hell happened because I wasn't just out of body. I was out of body and on the other side of the world. That's how out of body I was.
You were speaking from the heart. And it was really
had
impressive.
No idea what was going on. From the time they said my name, I remember Norm Kent saying Jorge Rodriguez, and I was looking over the notes that I had written on my phone. I decided I don't want to look at my phone while I'm up there. And I remember walking up and putting my phone in my pocket, and then that's it. That's the last thing I remember.
You were hilarious.
That's the last thing I remember. I don't remember anything else. I blacked out. I did faint. I did faint. My conscious part of me fainted. I was unconscious during that whole thing. I had no idea what I said. Nothing until I watched the video, some of the video, and I'm like, oh, what a dork. So,
no, you weren't.
I was just hanging on. You know why I was hanging on to the podium? Because I would have fallen the fuck over. That's the only reason I was still upright. I was hanging on for dear life, apparently. You didn't see how white my knuckles were? Go look at the video again. I'm hanging onto the podium. Look at how white my knuckles are on this motherfucker. Sorry, excuse me. I'm reliving it now. The panic attack that I was having. Why? Right, but that's why I opened up. I said, what's my opening thing? I got to address the fact that there's a whole bunch of people in here that Neil would totally run over with his car if he had the chance. Maybe I could borrow his car.
What a crowd.
I'll tint the window, yeah.
It was huge.
There was a huge crowd. And again, did I mention some really, really nice people said some really nice things to me. And, of course, I felt like a hot chick at that after party. There were drinks I couldn't get to.
Yeah.
Hey, Trip, those 2 drinks are still at the bar, man. There were drinks. I couldn't get to the bar. I couldn't get to the bar because there were drinks on the table. I couldn't move through the room. Every time the front of me opened up, somebody like a ninja would drop from the rafters. Hey, George, you did such a good job.
I know. I was at the table. They're like, can you make sure George gets this?
And I'm trying to hit on people's wives, and people are standing in between me and their wives. I mean, I managed to get some groping in. Or some. A little bit.
Yeah, I've never been to anything like that before.
Oh, haven't you?
Memorial like that before. No, really, I haven't. I kind of avoid those situations. But I have to say, this one was so beautiful. It was so nice.
It was really nice. Norm had a great speech. Rick Shaw going to be calling in at 1 o'clock. Also, we expect Scotty Mac in the flesh at 1 o'clock today. Got calls into Mitch Lewis. We were playing phone tag last week, so maybe he'll call in at some point today. And if not, then Wednesday. The great Rick Shaw, who had a very good and very funny speech there. I want to thank the Sun Sentinel for videotaping and webcamming the whole thing. It's on there. We streamed it live, the audio thing, but we ain't got no fancy camera. Not like the Sun Sentinel. Yeah, not yet. We don't want no fancy camera on a tripod. I got the tripod, though. I just don't got no fancy camera over. I got the tripod, but it's missing a foot. So I call it a bipod. It works as long as you lean it up against something. It's funny because it's true.
I know people like that.
We don't have no fancy recording equipment like the Sun Sentinel does. Tom Jicka had a really good speech. Tom Jicka looks better than he did the last time I saw him. I don't know if it was the haircut. Did you notice that, Brian? I don't know if you ever met Tom Jicka. Boca Brian?
No, I never did. That was my first time.
Really? Mm-hmm. I met him several times. He looks, you know, I don't want to say younger. Obviously, he's shaving his head. I guess you look younger, and this is a lesson to me, since I see so many pictures of my bald spot on a lot of other people's photo galleries. Oh, and speaking of that, thank you, Albert, and a lot of other people took pictures. Please email them to me, because I would like to make a photo gallery for SoFloRadio.com and put it on my Facebook page there. But I didn't take any pictures. I didn't take any breaths. I was going to pass out. What a really nice bunch of people. With the exception of the guy with the eyes. The guy with the eyes keeps doing the same old shtick. Oh, it's just show business, just a show. I've tried to have rational conversations with him. You can't reason with unreasonable people. You can't, like the shooter over here, get to him in a minute, since it's in the news. And we do have that sounder somewhere. The guy with the eyes, it's not, he likes to play it off like it's a joke and it's funny. No, it's not a joke and it's not funny. When something's only funny to you and everybody else, and you're making everyone else really, really angry, and we've all known people like that in school. They don't know, they're social misfits. They're socially dysfunctional. They don't know how to interact in a normal way with people, so they interact with people by pissing them off. They become the antagonist in people's lives. In the movie of their life, they're the villain. In everyone else's life, in the movie of everyone else's life, they're the villain. And all you got to do is nothing. Here, let me teach you, since you didn't take the class, how to interact with society with normal human people 101. Let me give you the first lesson here. All you got to do is nothing. And nothing's easier to do than nothing. What's easier to do than sitting down perfectly still with your mouth shut? Nothing. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. Unconscious people can do that. People are born without brains. It happens. It's a thing. They're capable of doing that. All you got to do is nothing, but you're not capable of doing that. You've got to generate attention for yourself, and you don't know how to generate positive attention by telling a good joke, juggling, spinning a plate on your penis. You don't have any actual ability to entertain people and make people smile, so instead you flick earlobes, or the equivalent thereof. That's what you do. You flick their earlobes. You bug people. You're a mosquito in their ear.
Wedgies.
You're a gnat.
You give wedgies.
Yeah. And that's what you've done with Neil all his professional career. You've antagonized him, and it's all a big joke to you. It's just show business. I'm just being funny. No, when you're just funny to yourself, you're not funny. You're an obnoxious asshole. And that's so amazing. Where did you get the video of that Charcoals event, Boca Brian?
I filmed it.
You filmed that? That was you?
Yeah.
That was the one piece of film you didn't plagiarize? I mean, borrow. For that memorial video. Very nice, very well put together. Too bad we didn't get to see the ending credits, because I saw them when I was dubbing the thing. I saw them really fast. You understand, when I was rendering it, burning it to DVD, the process, you get to see the video really fast. So I saw the credits. I thought they were very funny. That's amazing that you filmed it, you were there. Yeah, the guy with the eyes getting shouted out by the crowd because he wouldn't shut up. He was just standing. It was a live radio appearance at Charcoals, and this asshole is standing in front of the stage antagonizing Neil. You know Neil, the one that we all loved so much? Antagonizing Neil to the point where Neil couldn't continue with the show and had to dedicate all of his attention to addressing this guy, to say, get out of here. Nobody cares about.
He handled it with finesse.
Yes, get out of here. Nobody cares about you or Steve Kane or what you want to say, and this contrived thing that you want to create. Just step away from the stage, back up, and let us go on with the show. And he would not do it. That was his shtick lock then, and that's his shtick now. And there he is. And people, oh, that's so funny. No, it's not funny. Neil hates you, man.
Boy, does he have a lot of chutzpah.
If Neil's going to haunt anybody, it's going to be him. Or maybe Howard David. I don't want to have to go over the list again of people that would not participate in the memorial shows that we did. Stan, although Stan has been writing, asking a lot of questions. What's going to happen to his money? How come he didn't have this doctor? How come he didn't have that doctor?
I got the behind story on that. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, well, he wrote a letter explaining why. Whatever. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Howard David did not want to participate. Gary Bruce, I did not hear back from Gary Bruce, and I
will not go.
And I
will not be seen there.
Yeah. And I wasn't, just because, because of bitterness, I didn't contact any of the people that currently work at QAM. It was nice to see some of the Beasley people there, the ones that I like. I guess they knew. Somehow they knew who would be welcome and who would not be welcome. John Jarris, I want to mention that I love the man dearly. He's a honey bunny. He's a big ball of sugar with syrup on top. Love you, John Jarris. It was great seeing you again, man. A sweet, wonderful human being. And it was great to see him. And the other people. Too many people to mention. Oh, Joyce Kaufman was there. Did you see her?
No.
Joyce Kaufman was there, looking better than I've seen her in a long time. She was wearing feminine shoes.
What the hell was she doing there?
Oh, she's a big Neely, don't you know? Neil would have run you over with his car too, bitch. But she told Alan that her vagina does not smell like a rotting whale carcass.
We have such sights to show you.
That was my mistake.
SoFloRadio.com.
Smelling like a rotting whale. She said that my vagina does not smell. This is what Alan said to me, and people think that I'm making this up. Let me say for the 100 millionth time, I don't have to make shit up. I got to hold shit back. My material is filtered with a fine HEPA filter, lest lives be destroyed. I don't have to make anything up. I don't have to just go on and make shit up. And everybody that knows me off the air and knows about my life and the adventures and the misadventures, y'all know that's true. So when I say things like Joyce, that's what Alan said to me, and he could have been lying. But he said, Joyce, did you see Joyce Kaufman? Did you see Joyce Kaufman? And I said, I saw someone that looked like her in the face, but she had slimmed down. She was wearing feminine clothing, maybe because it was a churchy kind of an event. Like, notice I was wearing a tie. Maybe she only wears feminine clothes.
That bitch could never look good.
No, she looked better. I didn't say good. I didn't say the word good. She looked better than I had ever seen her before. And maybe for the same reason. Maybe when someone dies, she wears feminine shoes and feminine clothing. When someone dies, I put on a tie. People see me wearing a tie, they go, oh, I'm sorry, who died? The people that know me. It's like, oh, my God, someone must have died. If George is wearing a tie. It's true. And I said, oh, what about weddings? Oh, man, weddings, I'll wear a black armband at a wedding. A wedding is the funeral for your romantic life. They're very similar. They both take place in a church. All are gathered together to say goodbye to something. The romance in a couple's life. It's funny because it's true. It's the last time that. Well, I mean, it's not the romantic life doesn't die there, but it begins to die, and within a year or two, it starts coughing up blood there. That's where it catches. That's where it catches the terminal disease.
It's the first symptom.
Right. And then it starts coughing up blood, and then eventually it'll be dead, and and it'll be like a cold carcass. Years. Usually it takes years, later before the divorce actually happens. But the wedding dies. I mean, the relationship dies, begins its slow descent or quick descent into death there at that point. So, I don't wear a tie at a wedding. I wear a black armband. But it was, I don't know, how do you say? I was going to say it was nice to see you, Joyce. It was, hey, I saw you. How about that? Hey, I saw you, Joyce. You looked better. And as far as your vagina not smelling like a rotting whale carcass, I don't know what to say to that. Matter of opinion?
We need proof.
I'll you know what? I'll take one for the team. I'll go down to see for sure. And if indeed it is true that it does not smell like a rotting whale carcass, I will come on the air and retract my statement. Because all I said was that I heard, that's how Fox News talks. Is it true that Joyce Kaufman's vagina smells like a rotting whale carcass? There are those who say. That's what Fox says. There are those who say. And that's true. There are those who say. Like me, for example. I'm one of those who say. I've heard that her vagina smells like a rotting whale carcass. An undisclosed source told me. Yeah. A little bird told me. So Rick Shaw is going to be on. Scotty Mac will be in the studio.
Yay.
Physically. You'll get to experience Scotty Mac. He's a multimedia presentation if ever there was one.
You keep saying that. You keep building him up, and he left us flat last week.
He did. He's a busy man. I don't know, busy doing what. He texted me back this morning saying, "Oh, what if I come tomorrow?" Well, there's no show tomorrow. I have so much catching up on everything to do. You know, we've been like retooling the business over here, trying to, man, so many balls in the air, so many irons in the fire, and then the Neil Memorial Service and the set of memorial shows. Congratulations to you, Boca Brian, because part of the stream of compliments that I was burdened with, just people kept slathering compliments, also had to do with a lot of the really choice material that we've been digging up, thanks to us.
I was honored by a lot of people there.
Yes.
That I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a nice ovation. You got a nice applause there.
You killed it, Boca.
20 years of work has a payoff, I guess.
Nice Queen wave. Nice Queen of England wave you got going there, Boca Brian. There, you have to lead with the edge of your hand. Is that how that goes?
No, it wasn't a queen wave. It was like a total show business. Ta-da! It was very impressive.
No, but there's a hand thing there. I'm pretty sure I saw the Queen of England do that.
Well, the camera guy missed it. He kind of like swung the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever is right, because the people that were there, it
was great.
And the after party was really nice.
Norm did a hell of a job.
Norm did a great job, and I should have said that from the stage, but did I mention that I was completely out of my mind during that? I'm not used to standing in front of big crowds, which is funny, because I have done it before years ago. I used to MC beauty pageants and shit, talent contests. But that was different. That was a whole, that was in Montana, and everybody in the audience, I knew those people. I knew a lot of the people in that audience on God, when the hell was it? Friday. It seems like forever ago.
You get a moment, I'll tell you, the highlight for me was KJ at the end.
Go ahead. We got a moment now. At the after party, KJ was licking your face.
Well, he was doing other things.
Well, I don't know what the deal is with KJ. KJ, and now maybe things are starting to make a little bit more sense about his married life, because I was there talking to someone, and someone grabbed my butt. Now, I'd had a couple of pops by that time, and my immediate knee-jerk reaction was, and I was on my way to do it, is to reach around and just grab whoever was behind me, because undoubtedly, if someone's grabbing my butt, it's got to be some chick, right? Well, something told me my spider sense tingled or something. And as I'm reaching around behind me, I get this like shiver, this spider sense, and my hand paralyzed, and I said, wait, pause, check. Do the check like you're doing a lane change. Don't forget to check your blind spot.
There's no curves on this, right?
Right. I check, and it was KJ. So I didn't crack my wrist. I didn't, I did like, it didn't reach all the way around behind me. I didn't grab anything because of that, because of the whole spider sense. Thank you, Karma Gods. And it was KJ grabbing my ass. What did he grab on you, Brian? Was he checking your package? Was he playing UPS? Yeah, please.
All right. Well, several things, but I'll start with this. As you know, I was being sauntered to different people, and I was trying to have a conversation. Well, here comes KJ, and he starts singing the Dick Van Dyke song.
The theme from
so I joined in.
TV show?
Yeah. And when the pratfall part comes, he ran into...
I'm so quick.
Right?
Anyway, yeah.
Okay. He ran inside the nightclub, did a bad cartwheel, and fell down on the floor.
Oh, no, wait, how did I miss that?
How did I miss
my
that?
Camera.
The problem was he wouldn't get up.
Oh, no.
What?
And the staff came over to him.
Oh, no.
They said, no, I'm milking a laugh. I'm milking a laugh.
Oh, man. You're milking a bull for that laugh, because it ain't coming. Oy.
That's funny.
Oh, my God, KJ. Well, he's a clown. He's a character. I'm not taking any points off for that. I'm not even going to take any points off for his homosexual tendencies. That's fine. That's all fine. Well, when you're married to someone as beautiful and sweet as Jeannie, you could do a lot. He could have taken a dump on the floor, and I still would have been all right with him.
Well, we capped the evening off with KJ and Jeannie at their place. And,
okay.
And the very end of the evening,
wind up in the hot tub.
He took a fake TV frame off an old TV set. Put his head through it.
No.
And started singing the Mattress Giant jingle. So it was at that point I said, well, it's been a very lovely evening. Thank you very much. It's about time we have to go.
Oh, my God. And I missed all the fun.
Just went back to the part where he got to the ooh-ah feel.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do they have a hot tub, by the way?
Huh?
Do they have a hot tub?
I didn't look. I couldn't get past the studio he's got.
Yeah? Nice?
State-of-the-art. Beautiful.
Really? Oh, nice.
I mean, it looks like something Spielberg would do a soundtrack on.
Wow.
There's only one thing.
What's that? All analog?
No. There's no recorder.
Right, well, he... Not even an old reel-to-reel?
Well, no. He has a DAT. That he takes the DAT, go to cassette.
Oh,
I'm talking like maybe $5,000-$6,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah.
And nothing to record it on.
You know, I try to tell people that have techno fear, like him, it's not a more difficult machine to operate. It's actually much easier, and there's a wonderful world of options. You know, the wife, and I tell people, she screeched at me. We had a fight because, over Alt-F, because I try to teach her something on the computer. She apologizes to me every other day. She has her own computer, and she's a whiz. She teaches her friends how to do things and how to post things and copy, cut, paste, link this and that. And she apologizes to me every other day for resisting. This is easy and fun. Children do it. KJ, my 8-year-old can negotiate a computer. For the love of God, man. It's not about more, I'm really challenged that way. If you can stack blocks on top of each other, dude, you can work a computer. For the love of God.
I couldn't get over it. I'll tell you what it was later. State-of-the-art stuff. It was good.
Yeah.
We wish both of us had that equipment.
Yeah. JJ, I wish I had a board that wasn't noisy or humming. Although I think it subsided. I think it was the wind. Another beautiful day. Thank you, weather gods, for a nice breezy day, and for a nice day yesterday. I was very robotic. I took the kids over to the beach, Hollywood Beach, did the trolley, walk around. They have a beach playground over there. But I was on autopilot all weekend long, doing everything, doing all the catching up. My brain was spent. That was it. That was that little speechy thingy there. That was the equivalent of the last drop of brain juice being squeezed out.
It's been a trying couple of weeks.
It's been 3 years.
I walked up to Greg Reed.
Yes, I shook Greg Reed's hand, and Maddie Bell, who was in Greg's pocket. They go to the bathroom together, you know.
So I walked up to him, and I said, well, Greg. Now, look. It's difficult to run a radio station. So,
no way.
And his reaction was this.
Yeah?
Boca?
You can actually see the wheels like jammed up.
And I walked up to Bob Green, same thing. Bob, if you hold on,
It was good to see Bob. It was nice. I gave him a really warm hug.
Deep nickel.
You should walk up behind people with those voices and then let them turn around and go, and then snap a picture. Have a camera ready.
I love it
when you do something like that. Oh, man, I was going to do something on the computer, and I completely forgot what it was. So, anyway, we're going to talk about the shooter. I got things to say that are not like the things that you hear other people saying, or they are like the things you hear other people saying. You be the judge. But did I say thank you to all the people that said really nice things to me at the service, at the after gathering, and all these emails? I have many emails, 100-ish. That I would very much like to respond to. Some people that said some really nice things, and I'm not the kind of person that wants to let those just, not go unanswered. They're really nice. They took the time to write. I want to write them back. It might take a while, but thank you. Just, here's my public thank you until I can get to it, because I've got a lot of things to catch up on still. Family stuff, online banking, Do I got to say, life, and I'm covering for the women who are working and the dishes in the sink and just stuff that I haven't been able to get to because we have been putting a lot of work in these shows. And not done. Remember, Scotty Mack and Rick Shaw coming up later as, the tribute. We're gonna and we got the musical guest today, I should have said. What's the Shocking Blue?
Siamese.
Siamese Blue.
They did Venus in 1970.
Yes, they did. Siamese Blue, they're going to be visiting the studio around 2 o'clock today. So at 1 o'clock. It's 12:30, SoFloRadio.com.
Thank you, Terrestrial Radio, for gift wrapping an entire audience and delivering it to our door. SoFloRadio.com.
It's the Scoogans Good Time Hour. And here's your host, Joyce Kaufman.
Oh, hello, my darlings, and welcome to the Scoogans Good Time Hour, where we will buy your calls with such wonderful gifts and prizes you'll fill with joy. Like this lovely 1989 Mercury Marquis, and it's painted white, which of course everybody knows that makes it cooler. And when I come back, I'll be happy to tell you all about our free coupon giveaway for Dr. Schleuming's House of Enemas.
We have such sights to show you.
SoFloRadio.com. Make your next party a splash with the Miami Mermaids. The Miami Mermaids are a trio of mer people that bring sensational fun and a unique blend of ambiance to your events, parties, or weddings. Based in Miami, the Mermaids have traveled to such fabulous places as the Hamptons and the exclusive Mar-a-Lago. Let them travel to you. These exceptional performing artists and supporters of the Save Our Seas Foundation are available for party planners and hotel coordinators. Winners of the Vampire Wine Video Contest. Hire them for your next commercial or advertising campaign. Call 305-408-1116 or see them for yourself at MiamiMermaids.net.
When you're ready to actually lose weight safely and steadily while being monitored by a physician, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson is there for you. The family medicine practice was established by her father in 1956 and continues as a medical practice that now specializes in weight reduction. Dr. Kim Jacobson joined the practice 20 years ago as both a family medicine practitioner and weight loss specialist. The Weight Loss Clinic utilizes a combination of appetite suppression medication and vitamins to produce great results, usually 3 to 4 pounds per week for most patients. Now you can change your lifestyle while still enjoying your own food, just less of it. They offer a choice of 2, 3, or 4-week plans. So whether you just need to lose a few pounds or a lot, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson can help you. They're located at 5454 Northeast 4th Avenue in Miami, just 2 blocks west of 54th Street and Biscayne Boulevard. Call them at 305-751-0091. They'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions. That's 305-751-0091. Get started on a beautiful new body today with Dr. Kim Jacobson and the Weight Loss Clinic.
You asked for it.
Oh, when's Boca gonna make a disc? Please, won't he make a disc?
Disc after disc.
Oh, I'll buy one this time. I will. Really, I will.
After caving under the pressure of your demands, Boca Brian has made available to you a collection of hit bits, 8 erased, observational comedy about the Bush administration that never existed. Boca Brian. He sings, he dances, and stands on his head without wearing pants. You'll get the highly sought-after Condoleezza song, the Restitution song, President Dumpshit, and many, many more. Now, all 10 of you can order your copy of Boca Brian's 8 Erased at SoFloRadio.com, right there on the front page. That's Boca Brian's 8 Erased at SoFloRadio.com.
Endorsed by Fox News.
SoFloRadio.com. Give us a call at 954-99-00036. Skype name SoFlo Radio. Mobile users call 954-99-00036.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
Well, wouldn't you like to blow away your dog friends, kids, or maybe your wife? We'll go to the convention hall where a license and a gun is easy to buy. That's right. NRA says everything's fine. Get yourself a gun and have a good time. We'll go buy a gun, throw it in the trunk, pop a top of suds, get good and drunk. All right. In a mall or a town where there's people all around, you just open up and go up and down. That's right. Know why? NRA says everything's fine. Get yourself a gun and have a good time. Come on, everybody, exercise your right. Take every playing God, playing God, playing God, playing God, playing God, take the human life. Go to teach your son how to use a gun? Show him some down home Christian fun. That's right. Praise the Lord. If you pack it in his lunch so things get rough, you can leave everybody in a pool of blood. All right. Now your son can shoot like a man because NRA says everything's fine. Get yourself a gun and have a good time. NRA says everything's fine. Get yourself a gun and have a good time.
All right. Oh, sorry, I'm choking up soup over here. Thanks for leaving me enough time to eat my soup, Brian. Not.
Oh, we'll take another break fast if you want.
No. What I'd rather do is I'm going to do a spiel since Rick. I told Rick that I'd call him at 1 o'clock. And thank you, Patricia, his wife. She hooked me up this morning when I was trying to get hold of him. Sorry, I'm working around a phlegm ball over here. Do we have any phlegm ball interlude music?
Well, yeah, we do. As a matter of fact, just give me a moment here and we'll pull it up.
Coughing up on my phlegm.
And the music, too.
There goes that hum again. It has to do with the wind blowing. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, what I want to do is take a long one leading up to the 1 o'clock hour. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
And then I can finish my soup and then talk to Rick Shaw with my voice all gravelly. And Scotty Mac should be showing up around that time, too, so we can present that. Sorry. And, you know, he's not going to be like a clown or anything, Monica. He's not going to come in doing cartwheels with a sparkler in his ass.
She doesn't know who Rick Shaw is either?
No, Scotty Mac.
I know who Rick
Scotty Mac. Everybody knows who Rick Shaw is. The great Rick Shaw. No, she's just never. I don't know if I showed you a picture of him. He's got big ears and big hands.
Awesome.
And he's a character. He's a goofball. Someone that I like a lot. Did I mention that a lot of really nice people said a lot of really nice things at the service and
on Friday?
On Friday
about you.
It was.
And yeah.
Yes, that's Scotty. And then wrote me a whole bunch of really nice emails and posted things on Facebook, really nice things, and sent me some Facebook messages that were really nice. And
none of it is untrue,
and
correct?
I cried more than once about it. And
yeah.
I just talk about it like breakdown. I started breaking down on Saturday. Like all of it was catching up. So anyway, really nice. So in the news right now, and Boca Brian's playing all the appropriate gun songs, so I get to talk about my particular take on this maniac who did the shooting, because I'm not a anti-Second Amendment guy. Guns, other countries that have strict gun laws, they still have gun violence, because people who are bent on hurting people, they don't care that it's illegal to kill people, and people still do it, and they don't always do it with a gun. The record still, because people like to talk about Columbine, for example.
Right.
And so I like to remind people that the record school killing, it was in the 20s or something like that. It's in Wikipedia. Look it up. The highest casualty school killing was somewhere in upstate New York or something. It was in the 20s. The guy dynamited a school with dynamite that he was legally allowed to own, because that's what he did for a living. He was worked for a mining company, making tunnels, and so he took a lot of dynamite that he owned and he planted it under the school and blew the school up with a whole bunch of kids. That's the record. In Oklahoma City, Tim McVeigh, we should make dynamite illegal, because then that'll solve the problems. But then Oklahoma City, Tim McVeigh used motor oil and fertilizer, so we should probably make motor oil and fertilizer illegal. And still more people are stabbed, and so we should make knives illegal. And my analogy is Nerve City, and where I'm going to is that nobody has tried what I keep suggesting that we try as a society. And I'll get to that in a second. I'm not saying that it's a solution, but since we're trying so many different things, maybe we should try George's idea for a change. But nobody wants to do that. And I'll get to what that idea is in a minute. But first I want to talk about Nerf City, an imaginary city of my own creation, which is where we might eventually wind up living as we keep making things illegal that are dangerous, like rat poison or anything that you can hurt someone with. Like up this pen here, so, I could totally poke you in the eye. In The Godfather, the one guy, Kahlo, he killed a guy with his own glasses. He took the glasses off the one guy and stabbed him with his own pair of glasses through the throat to kill him. Those glasses right there, Monica. Can't have those anymore. And, of course, we got all these cords over here, these headphone cords and cables. Could totally strangle your ass.
Quickly.
Or your neck. with any kind of a cord. So we got to make all cords, laundry cords, extension cords, no more stringed instruments. And speaking of instruments, you ever see what the end of a reed is like? That thing's sharp. Right?
Those
So
should be outlawed
let's
too?
just start making a list of everything that's dangerous, cars. And then, let's just cut to the chase, and let's going to move into Nerf City, where everything is made out of Nerf. All of the buildings are only 1 story tall. So even if you push someone off of the top of a building, they'll land on the Nerf sidewalk, on the Nerf road, and there are no cars, so you just boing, you bounce. Everything is soft and squishy. Nothing is harder than Nerf. Everything is styrofoam because you can paper cut somebody.
This thing is not working today. Sorry
Well,
about
that's happy Monday to you. In Nerf City, like ATM machines, everything is all money is digital. You can't carry any money around with you, and all the clothes everything's made out of flannel. You understand? And don't think that you have a robe with a tie on it. There's no ties or buttons or anything.
Why flannel?
Because it's soft. It's really soft.
So is cashmere.
Okay. Cashmere. It's got to be imported from somewhere where they have a device that they can shave a goat with, because Nerf City ain't got no shavers. You could totally jab somebody in the head with that. Nothing hard that you could actually hit someone with either. You understand? In Nerf City. And all teeth and fingernails have been surgically removed from all the people that live in Nerf City. Now that we're all living there in Nerf City, are there still people killing people?
Of course.
Whoa! How's that happening?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that happening? How is that happening? How are they doing it? They're choking each other, obviously. People are going up to people and strangling each other, right? Hello, SoFloRadio. I wonder if my computer's working.
George.
Yes, don't try the video, dude.
I'm not trying the video.
It says you're trying video on my ass.
That was when you were at the break.
Okay, anyway, what's going on?
First of all, hey, it's Tony, the UPS guy in Connecticut. How you doing?
Hi, Tony, the UPS guy.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Boca. Hey, I just want to say I've really enjoyed the shows the last couple weeks.
Thank you.
And you guys really did a great job on that.
Thank you.
And second of all, I am talking to you on an Apple computer, so stop trashing Apple.
No, they suck big black donkey dicks.
I'm not having an issue.
Although the jailbroken iPhone is the slickest piece of equipment on the face of the planet. The jailbroken ones. Once you bend it to your will, it's a really nice little piece of equipment.
Yeah, I hear yours in the background there. Yeah, I have an iPhone 4, and then before that I had the previous version, and I'm very happy with it. I
just plugged it in. It's slick, man. It's slick as snot once it's jailbroken.
I was looking at some of your pictures there from the services, too, on your Facebook page, and it looks like you had a nice little gathering.
It was very nice. A lot of nice people, a few assholes, but mostly a lot of really nice people. Saying really nice things that I mentioned that choked me up on more than one occasion, and I just did a full-on breakdown on Saturday.
Well, of course that's going to happen. He like you said, he was like your dad.
Yeah. Right on. He did way more for me than my dad ever did. I can count on one hand, the things I got from my dad. Hey, how you doing out there, Dad?
I just wanted to tell you guys you're doing a great job, and I happen to be home today, so I'm listening from my house, and otherwise I was listening on the podcast, which I was enjoying. But you guys take care and have a good afternoon.
All right, Tony. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye now.
Peace out. So back to Nerf City. We're going to Nerf City. It's where I'm from. Going to Nerf City. Everything's made out of foam. The reason that there's still murder in Nerf City is because even though we've eliminated every possible tool that anyone can use to hurt someone, we still haven't eliminated the real problem, and that is assholes. Assholes hurt people. A normal person, not an asshole, with a gun in one hand, a flamethrower in the other hand, at the wheel of a dangerous car that's got spikes coming out the front, will never ever hurt anyone. A normal person hates to hurt people and goes to great lengths to not hurt people. That's what normal people do. Normal people who grow up around other normal people, when you see someone else in pain, suffering discomfort, it makes you feel bad and you want to go out and help them. That's a normal reaction. So when someone has a sad face, you learn that in the sandbox. You don't need religion. In the sandbox, when you're little children who see other children sad, they walk over there and they go, "What's wrong? What's wrong? How can I help you?" That's how normal people are. But then we have assholes, aberrations, mutants. It happens in the planet. Sometimes an animal is born with 5 legs, and sometimes an asshole is born among us. And that's nature, because nature rolls dice with people. But what we don't do, what we haven't done, and here's my big, great idea, why don't we make it illegal to be an asshole? Instead of taking away all the tools that an asshole might possibly use in his pursuit of asshole-ish behavior, why don't we make it illegal to be an asshole? And here's the thing that really gets me about this society and assholes. Assholes always stand up and identify themselves early on, like this asshole that shot the congresswoman. What's his name? Lawful? They don't want to say his name on the story. Her name's all over the place. The Arizona suspect?
Yeah.
Jared Lee Loeffner. Asshole. And everybody knew it. They knew it in high school. They're interviewing his classmates. Oh, yeah, this guy was crazy. This guy was a whack job. This guy was a delusional. This guy was a paranoid, delusional, crazy person. Oh, this guy was unfit. This guy was... Everybody knew he was a crazy nut job. But he's allowed to run around. And people say, well, what should we do, George? What should we do? Established assholes need to be, put in a place. It can be a nice place. It could be an entire town that's cordoned off, and it can be very nice. And if you have an asshole loved one that you want to visit, go visit them in Assholeville. Instead of building all these Nerf cities everywhere, let's build Asshole Town or asshole towns here and there. Isolated places that the assholes have to go live at, and they're not allowed to leave, and then they can just be assholes with each other. The assholes always identify themselves. And I'm talking about the crazy people. Crazy people wig me out. Crazy people are unpredictable. You don't know what crazy's going to do. And crazy people identify themselves all the time. Every time we hear about somebody bombing somebody, like Tim McVeigh, or doing something, it's not a surprise to the people who knew him. The rest of us, that's the first time we ever heard of that person. But to the rest of those people, the people that his friends and his family, they knew him for what he was. So they're guilty also. If you like that asshole, you can go live with that asshole in Assholeville. That's the thing. We haven't tried it. We haven't even tried it. And people say, oh, what do you suggest that we do? I suggest that when people identify themselves as an asshole, that we very kindly and gently ask them to come over here. You're not allowed to live with the rest of us normal people because you scare us, because you're dangerous, because we're not sure what you're going to do. Because once you demonstrate that you do things that don't make sense, that identifies you as a crazy person. And crazy people are dangerous people. And so, are you talking about punishing people? No, not if you want to see. I'm talking about keeping the rest of us safe. Our women, our children, our politicians. And everybody wants to talk about the guns. And everybody wants to talk about the political rhetoric, which is another thing. Hey, all you liberals out there that are now attacking the concept of freedom of speech, and dangerous rhetoric isn't allowed and should not be allowed. You're not allowed to make threats. And I hope, they're talking about the Sarah Palin thing, because she was using bullseyes and things like that. Some things are just a matter of good taste and common sense. But if we're going to start changing laws now in America, on the heels of this thing, and what we're going to do now is start restricting rights, I suggest that we restrict the rights of the assholes. Stop attacking the Constitution. Oh, and because this happened now, we're going to take away the Second Amendment and we're going to take away the First Amendment. That'll solve the problem.
But we're so reactionary. We're not doing anything. We're
very reactionary. Well, no, what everybody is talking about doing is attacking things that the Constitution guarantees. The First and Second Amendments. We got to retool those two things. We got to rework those. Because as soon as we eliminate guns and dangerous rhetoric, then no one will hurt anybody anymore. Right? That's the answer. Nerf City, also in Nerf City, you're not allowed to be impolite. You're not allowed to raise your voice. You're not allowed to use dangerous rhetoric. Are people still going to be killing each other in Nerf City? Yeah, because there'll still be assholes. And if we eliminate the assholes, then we don't have to move to Nerf City. If we eliminate the assholes, everybody could have, you could have a bowl full of hand grenades as a centerpiece on your table. Because no one who isn't an asshole will grab a hand grenade and pull the pin out. Because everybody else knows, hey, dude, pull the pin on a hand grenade, it'll blow up to hurt somebody. Normal people don't want to hurt people, don't want people to be hurt.
But assholes usually think that they're normal people, and they think everybody else is wrong.
I know that. It's not assholes' job to move to Assholeville. It's our job to invite asshole to move to Asshole,ville and not leave it up to him. Because, of course, everyone thinks they're normal. That's part of Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is no one thinks they're an asshole. Everyone thinks that they're right and in the right. It's a matter of perception. We know they're assholes. It's our job. We need to... And that, by the way, that's not constitutionally protected behavior, being an asshole. That's not in the Constitution. The freedom of speech is, the right to bear arms is, but the right to be an asshole is not in there. I checked. I got it right here. Here you go. You read it. I got an extra copy. You read it, and let me tell you where let's look in the Bill of Rights, the right to be an asshole.
Wow, you even have it flagged
I do have it flagged and bookmarked. Thank you very much.
I'm bearing arms right now.
Like my Bible. I'm arming bears. So that's my big spiel about this, and why does this go on? The people that knew this guy, and they're not surprised. You're hearing interviews over and over again. And he shot that little girl. She's like 9. My daughter's going to be 9 in a month. They're showing her picture.
Is she wounded, or what happened with her? I didn't hear.
The little girl?
He killed her. The little girl?
Her.
So you didn't say that.
Yeah, she's dead.
You said shot.
She was born on 9/11. She was born on September 11.
That's the American fucking way.
But assholes, and the gun thing, it's too late. You're not... Listen, if you pass a law that says owning a gun is punishable by death, maybe 5 people will turn their guns in America. Because people will always do what they feel it's their right to do, and the Constitution says it especially. Like, why do people smoke dope even though it's illegal? Because they feel it's their right to do it. My body, my business. They feel it's their right to do it. It's the pursuit of happiness. The Constitution... Oh, I'm sorry, that's in the Declaration of Independence. Don't want to... 500 people will... correct me if I say something that's wrong. And that's all right. Please correct me. This is a interactive radio experience over here, so if I do say something that's inaccurate, send me an email.
Your Palin took down all the crosshairs off the politicians. Yeah.
Well, like I said, some things are a matter of common sense and good taste. Maybe, oops. And this is a self-governing thing. For example, we didn't have to pass a law to get Sarah Palin to stop using the freaking gun analogy. We didn't have to pass a law. She did it all by herself because she realized, oh, shit.
And
this is making me look bad. It's in bad taste. What's that?
They put Bachman on the Security Council?
Oh, she's a whack job. See what I mean?
Whack Bachman-Turner? Jesus Christ. What?
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse now.
I know. But you're not going to get people to give up their guns by passing a law. Laws don't have magic powers. Laws aren't magical things. Just because you write it into law. Like, look at the Boardwalk Empire. That was so great. The first scene of the first episode, they're counting down to Prohibition, and as soon as the clock struck 12, all the champagne bottles popped.
Yep.
That's how seriously people take laws. Fuck you and your law. That's how people are when the government passes a law that they don't agree with, and that's exactly how they'll react to any kind of a gun law that you pass. It's like passing a law, cigarette smoking is dangerous and it kills people, so let's make that illegal. How many people will stop smoking? A couple? 2 or 3? Because they feel it's their right, and so they're going to keep doing it. So the answer isn't to just pass a magical law, a magical law with a supposed magic power. Hello, SoFloRadio.
George Jesus.
Hey, what's up, dog?
What's going on?
Doing a show?
So, let me get this straight. So the guy who went and did the shooting, he's probably a teabagger, right?
No, he's a crazy person with delusions. He's a social misfit. It could have been anybody. His political agenda is...
Yeah, but don't make a mistake that he wasn't following media orders. No. They've been given that the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm on, because I don't know, because the majority of people that get attacked by, majority of politicians that get attacked are usually Democrats. So that's why I'm scratching my head here.
Sure. Sure. Oh, he was probably on the right, but I don't want to, because I don't want to be knee-jerk reactionary like I hear a lot of people being right now. Because there are people that I disagree with. I think they're incredibly stupid for having the political views that they have. Yeah, but they're not crazy people. They're just stupid. So I don't want people to get confused with the difference between crazy and stupid. And by the way, all you people with your dangerous rhetoric, which I don't think should be illegal, but you use some fucking common sense. You should know that there are crazy people out there that are going to hear that rhetoric and do crazy shit. Joyce Kaufman.
Yeah, what about, yeah, exactly, her. And
his vagina does not smell like a rotting whale carcass, according to her.
Oh, no.
Only her brain.
Right, her brain is a rotting whale carcass.
Well, you're the one, sir.
All right, man.
You take care.
Power to the people. Take a break, come back with Rick Shaw. All what radio?
Something.
Crazy? All crazy radio?
All
crazy
no asshole radio.
No asshole radio. I don't know. I can't speak for that. We'll have to do an inventory. 501 SoFloRadio.com.
Why bother listening to those other douchebags while we've got everything you need right here? SoFloRadio.com. Radio you've missed.
Okay, I think let me get a little bit more compression going here. I'd love to hear myself gravel. I got pipes, man. Hey, 75 degrees in the Magic City. Hey, we're broadcasting live. Hold on a second. Let me start that over. 75 degrees in the Magic City. Here's another great song all over your radio dial. Come on down with it. We're going to get down tonight. We're going to get groovy. It's the right time of it. What the hell am I talking about?
Hi, this is Rick Shaw. When I want to hear great radio online, I listen to SoFloRadio.com.
568 could be yours next hour. Why?
Pretty eyes of midsummer's moon, they call her dawn.
21 minutes away from 8, WQAM Rick Show, most music on a Wednesday nighttime. 71 degrees, colder, low tonight 58, generally fair and cool as the weather word through Friday.
Here's the time.
23 minutes away from 10 on the Tiger. 69 degrees. Hey, thank you. Swing it till 11. WQAM Ricky Ticky Time. WQAM. R-I-C-K.
Oh, sure.
Sound number 6 on the platypole tonight, the Trash Man. Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Here it is.
The moment you've waited for. Call now and identify the current WQAM Daffy Dusty Medley. Jackpot is worth
$5.60. That's not, enough to break the bank, but it'll certainly help out. $5.60 in the jackpot. If you want to call, we'll play in Dade County at Franklin 91622. If you're in Dade County, call Franklin 91622. There, just hung up the phone. Call now. Swinging on a Saturday night, 20 minutes away from 10 o'clock. The temperature 69 degrees. Hitsville 63. Randy and the Rainbows. And oh, Jenny! WQAM Radio swinging on a Saturday session, rating the top 10. This is Sound Number 5 in Miami. Comes from Leslie Gore. It's called Run, Bobby, Run.
See her walking toward you. Run, Bobby,
WQAM. One more time, only not so much voice up there.
WQAM.
I can't say that that's much of an improvement. Do something about your throat, man. You'll be in bad shape. Back to the platypole, Sound 4 in Miami from the Marquettes. A thing called Outer Limits.
Smoking and joking with me, Taro. You think that's pretty funny, huh, fella? You're fired. Out there looking for work.
Hey, you made a promise.
I'll keep my promise.
Yeah, you promised me you were going to bring me the Lone Ranger.
What promise?
He promised he was going to bring the Lone Ranger down here for 17 cents tonight. You want to go with him, huh?
You stay with the horses to keep us out of here.
You want to stay with the horses? That's right. Okay. Here's Bobby Darin.
I was a carpenter. You were a lady.
Here's
SoFloRadio.com presents the George Rodriguez Show with today's special guest, SoFloRadio legend, Rick Shaw.
Wonderful SoFlo Radio.
Call us at 954-99-000-36.
R-I-C-K, R-I-C-K, R-I-C-K.
Hey, this is Rick Shaw. You know, Boca Brian's dad. Hey, this is Rick Shaw, and I take George Rodriguez to the quarterdeck with me in my hip pocket.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a long one. Oh, thank you.
R-I-C-K.
Are you watching the camera or something? Good Lord. Was that on purpose?
He's good like that.
Thank you. Killing some time for me. I'm
Hello.
muggy. Rick Shaw, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
George Rodriguez, how are you?
I'm good. How you?
Doing fine. Boca Brian's here. Got my girl Monica.
Hola.
That's not really her name, but that's what I call her, girl Monica.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us on the show. Thank you for the speech that you made at the memorial service. Had me laughing. It was a very bittersweet experience, but you know how to do it right.
Well, Neil was a special guy. I mean, if you're fortunate, you get one Neil Rogers in your life. A lot of folks don't ever get one. We were fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time when Neil really hit his stride, and we reaped the benefits thereof. So I was just so thrilled to have been part of that experience on both ends, as a broadcaster and as a listener.
Well, talk about adding legitimacy to that event, because I can't think of anybody else. I always saw you and Neil as similar characters. Of course, I grew up listening to you. My brothers tell me that I listened to you in Cuba, but of course I don't remember that. They did. You and
QAM was big in Cuba.
It was very big in Cuba, actually.
I've heard some amazing stories from back in those days. QAM, when I went there, I went to QAM in 1963, May of 1963.
Wow.
And the kids in Cuba, of course, you weren't supposed to be listening to the radio, much less rock and roll.
That's right.
But what they would do is they would create these antennas out of hangers, wire hangers,
right,
and hang them from the gutters on their roofs and stuff so they could pick up QAM. Well, QAM was 560, and the further left you are on the AM dial, the more powerful your signal is. So QAM was the one that was likely to get through, and that's only, 90 miles away from QS, so what the heck?
Yeah, no, my brothers, especially my oldest brother, he became a musician, and he always cites, listening to the Beatles, Rick Shaw, playing the Beatles and the music that you were playing on QAM as what influenced him and them and everybody. Of course, in commie Cuba, the cool thing to do was anything that you weren't allowed to do. And that included listen to rock and roll music and be all up to date about it.
That's pretty much everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So I grew up listening to you. I was a music guy. I didn't hear about Neil until way later, but certainly, you guys were kings of completely different arenas. Neil wasn't a music DJ. He ruled the talk radio world. You ruled the music radio world. And so I really think that it could not have been the service that it was without you being there and saying what you said and paying tribute to Neil. It was it was just it added the legitimacy that no one else could have added.
I have it right in front of me. Would you like for me to read it?
Yes, please. That would be wonderful. Please.
Okay. It says, I have always believed the Almighty gives each of us a special talent, the ability to do something better than most folks. Unfortunately, lots of people never cross that bridge that gets them where they want to go because they somehow never light the fuse that goes off and points them in the right direction. Neil Rogers was different. His talent was obvious and magnificent. He was born to say the things we all thought, but somehow couldn't find the words to say out loud. Neil not only found the words and said them, he said them on the radio, and people listened. So many people that he became $1 million property in a business where the guy who's talking into that microphone rarely sees $1 million of anything. Neil saw the world through different glasses. His focus would be on the people most of us knew he'd find something wrong. Your title as mayor or president or head coach didn't mean a thing. You were just another guy or gal, and given time, Neil could find something not to like about almost anybody. His sense of humor and timing would become the icing on his cake. And since radio is the ultimate theater of the mind, timing became critical. I will never forget the day he did at least 15 seconds of dead air to make a point. 15 seconds of airtime on the Neil Rogers Show is worth a lot of money. And when you're in your car waiting for Neil to say something as close to asshole as the suits will allow him to go, 15 seconds can be an eternity. and Neil knew it. Dead air on the radio is one of the loudest things you will never hear. My 50 years of broadcasting brought lots of amazing memories, like meeting the Beatles in the Gator Bowl in 64, and Ringo Starr wanted to buy my initial ring. I got to sit in the back seat of a Blue Angels F-18 and fly it for 10 seconds, and then one day, a couple of years back, I met Neil Rogers. Unlike his on-air persona, he was kind and gentle, really nice guy, but he understood the business and what his listeners wanted from him, and nobody did it better than Neil Rogers. The black hole he leaves won't be filled for a while because if you're lucky, you get one Neil in your life. Fortunately for us, he was there, and so were we. He would roll over in his grave, or ashes, if he heard me say it, but I'm going to do it anyway. God bless Neil Rogers.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Rick.
And really huge in front of the crowd. Now, I know because we played some drops before, and one of the things that I've been doing on the tribute shows is going all the way back and having people share their earlier impressions of Neil, how they heard of them, and you know, all those early interactions, and the whole thing with "It's a lie, I am not a Nazi," and all these things. Was there a time when you didn't think Neil was the greatest guy in the world?
No, you know, we would spar verbally on the air, and that particular one, "I am not a Nazi," came when Neil was on vacation. And that girl from the Miami Herald, I can't remember her name, but she was filling in.
Yeah.
Linda Thornton, yes. Linda Thornton was filling in, and I called her, and she kept prodding and finally got me pissed off enough to say, "I am not a Nazi."
Yeah. By the way, that was a 20-minute call, and I have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The quality's not good, but I'll load it up.
Yeah, let's play that. It doesn't have to be today, but still, we're pulling everything out of the vault.
Rick, towards the end of that, I wanted to run the Ram 4 heat wave, but I just didn't. Too much respect for that. Would have been a great talker.
I can do it. I can still do it.
You were on the air down here for a million years. When do you remember, hearing about Neil, becoming aware of Neil at first?
Oh golly, I guess.
Because he came down in the 70s at some point.
I was going to say I'm 72 years old and my memory is gone. When it comes to picking dates and trying to remember specifics, I can't do it anymore. But Neil was very impressive. He was, like you say, he took the talk radio thing. He raised the bar a couple notches. Mm-hmm. When Neil came along, all of a sudden everybody had to shape up or ship out because he was going to kick your butt if you didn't. And that was apparent from the get-go, and as you can see by his rise to fame and fortune, that was ultimately the way the whole thing was going to play out. Nobody is a Neil Rogers. I mean, we've had a lot of wannabes. Sure. A lot of people came in, tried to do what Neil did, and all of a sudden ran into a brick wall going 120 miles an hour and realized they couldn't do it. And that's it. That's it. Either you got it or you don't. You can't learn it. You can't read about it. You can't take a class on it. Either you got it or you don't.
Amen. But you, I mean, I wasn't a talk radio fan, so it's, I don't think I am still. But, were you a listener at any point, or was it just somebody else?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was a Neely. You know, I got into a groove where my routine took me certain places when Neil was on the radio, and quite a few of those places were in my car going from place to place. So I became a fan and a regular, and finally got up enough courage one day to call up and say, "Hey, Neil, Rick Shaw, how you doing?"
That's great.
It was great. It was really a special day in my life.
Well, he had nothing but good things to say about you on and off the air. That's nothing. Now that he's dead, I can tell people what he really thought of them. He had nothing but the utmost respect for you. He certainly understood what an icon you were in this town, and he was always, as you know, a fan of the talent, an advocate for the talent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so he was a huge fan of yours. Very, we talked about it a lot because Rick Shaw. Like the first time that I met you. Visiting the show, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but I was just beside myself with, I was so starstruck. It was unbelievable.
Over that remote?
Yeah. I was incredibly starstruck because I thought, when I grew up, my first radio job was as a DJ. When I was growing up listening to you, I thought that being a DJ was like being a rock star or a movie star. That was something that people just dreamed about, but like you had to win a lottery or something. I didn't even know how to go about being a DJ if I wanted to. It's like, how do you go about being a rock star? How do you go about, I guess you have to starve a lot. So I didn't think that I would ever
right time, buddy.
Yeah.
Right? You got to be at the right place
at the right time. And that's exactly what happened to me. Radio asked for me. I didn't ask for radio. One of my friends who was a DJ said, "Hey, you want to be a DJ? Come on, I need somebody to fill in for me."
Well, you know, I do believe in my heart of hearts that window of opportunity opens up for everybody. Some people don't see it and they don't do anything about it, but everybody gets a chance at the plate. You know, you get a bat, you get a ball, hit a home run. You know, get up there and do something. No. And some people don't realize it. It passes them by, and they say, "Oh, woe is me. What did I do wrong?" You know, and they say, "Hey, you had your shot. You just didn't see it. It's gone."
I remember, when I was 17, I got my DJ job, and I remember sitting there and I'm segueing songs and I'm doing talk-ups, and I would do a really good talk-up, and I'm like, wow, they look just like Rick Shaw would have done. That's exactly what was going on. And I would tell that to my coworkers. It's like, man, I do talk-ups like Rick Shaw. I had no idea. I didn't even know I could do this. And they're like, who? Yes, I said, no. It's just like, a local phenomenon. You people wouldn't understand. You got fakers in your town. Nobody else is Rick Shaw. Speaking of Ricks, I was talking to Rick Riley here a couple times. He came out of the woodwork for these tribute shows, and he tells me that you named him. Can you confirm that story? That he's
Rick Riley?
Rick Riley, that you're the reason that his name is Rick Riley.
Okay. If you say so, I'll go along with it.
He's probably listening right now.
We gotta get Rick on with Rick.
Oh, jeez. I don't know how
Rick and Suds were great. We brought them in when I was program director at Waxy.
Right.
And they were a very unique morning show. I mean, as opposite personalities and characters as you could possibly imagine between Rick and Suds, but it worked. Opposite track, bingo. It was really great. It was a fun time.
I'm gonna try something over here. I'm gonna try an experiment. He'll probably He's probably not. Well, yeah, why not? This is live radio. We do crazy things. I don't have to explain that to Rick.
Except shoot people.
Yeah, we don't do crazy things like that. It says it's ringing, but I don't hear a ringtone. So, hello.
Hello.
Rick Riley. It's Rick Shaw.
Rick Riley. Rick Shaw. Hey, Ricker, how you doing, buddy? Happy New Year to you.
There. Now y'all go.
Let me catch my breath first. Happy New Year to you.
Rick doesn't remember naming you, Rick.
Pardon me?
Rick doesn't remember naming you Rick Riley. Maybe you can refresh his memory.
Well, Rick's been through a lot, Rick's 2 days older than dirt. Don't forget about that,
Well, it was so quick. I mean, Rick kind of does that. It was like, okay, and then move on. And did you recount the story? Because
not in detail. I was going to leave that to you. I was going to recount it if I couldn't get a hold of you.
Go ahead, because I forgot.
Okay. Yeah, That, and the older you get, that's such a convenient excuse. I'm finding myself using it more and more.
Hey, trust me, it only gets worse.
And you don't have to be old to use it.
Pardon me?
Sorry?
I said you don't have to be old to use that excuse. We all use it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
We had talked about... that whole thing, Rick, it was so bizarre. We come down there, we meet you, and then we go to a hotel, and we're very excited about the possibility of working there. And the first thing I do is pick up a newspaper that the headline is like 8 inches tall, saying Greg Budell sues Waxy for $250,000.
Welcome to South Florida.
Exactly. That was the first thing I read upon arriving there. Yeah. So anyway, we worked it out, and we decided that we were going to work there. And you said, but Shannon is awfully close to Shaw, and I don't want there to be any name confusion. So, you ought to change your last name. And I said, what? To what? And I don't know. And I said, like Riley? Rick Riley. He said, yeah, that sounds good. I said, okay, I'll work on it. And I hung up, and the next day, I got forwarded an article in the paper that Rick O'Reilly and Suds Coleman were going to be doing the morning show at Waxy.
Well, there you go.
So there you go.
Yeah,
and that was it. Yeah. So when I said, Riley, he said, yeah, that's it, and called the paper.
Well, you got to keep going, Can it?
Yeah. So
it's harder to hit a moving target.
and it took a while for me to drop the O because I didn't like the O. So it took a while. If you remember, it was O'Reilly at first.
Yeah, I do.
You know, and then it moved to Riley. But that's okay. As Suds recalled when we were on the air about a week ago, that when I first started in radio, my first song I went in as Rick Shannon and I came out as Rick Gordon. So, you know, I'm used to that. I was so nervous.
It's easy. What's stopping me?
What do you expect? This is radio.
Yeah, I'd never heard Rick Shannon on the air before. I wanted to be Rick Shannon, and now I'm on the air, and I said, this is Rick Shannon. I said, I don't like that. So I came out, and I was Rick Gordon, but I didn't like that either. So a couple songs later, I was Rick Shannon again.
Those poor kids doing their homework listening to you, and you're screwing up their mind.
Yeah, exactly. And it was at night, too, so you're there reminiscing today, huh? It's good to hear your voice, Rick. You don't sound any different. You sound great.
Well, thank you. Life is good. I can't complain. I retired about 3 years ago, and still doing the Magic Children's Fund and commercials and stuff. I go into the station a couple times a week, usually Monday and Thursday, and update the PSAs and all that stuff. So, you need a reason to get up in the morning. You can't just unplug and stop when you're going 120 miles an hour for 60 years, and you try and stop. That's tough. So it's been really, really good. I have.
I'm with you. Even though I'm not doing a daily show, I do voiceovers. And so, as a matter of fact, I'm in the middle of some right now, and I'm doing production. And I remembered. Thanks to Clear Channel for getting me out of radio. I remembered when I started doing this why I got into radio, and it was because when I was a kid, I loved producing stuff. I had one of those little tape recorders that when you talked, the green. Do you remember that thin green light? It like moved with your voice.
Yeah, right.
And that just intrigued me, and I loved tape recorders. So as I got older, I started putting music together for parties, and friends and stuff, and they all liked the music. They said I had a knack for it, and so that's why as a matter of fact, I went to the Bill Wade School of Broadcasting in
I remember that.
Yeah, that was in the Motown. That was here you go. I've got stories like you. That was in the Motown building, and I used to ride up the elevator with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson when he was a little kid and all of that, and all of those people were around there. But I got into that because I wanted to produce music, and they had they would say, whatever you wanted to do, you can do that here. And so I got in, and they took my money and sat down in a simulated radio studio. And the first thing I did was make some wisecrack, and the rest of the class laughed. And I found out there was a couple of bucks in doing that.
Oh yeah,
and it was fun. And so
it was fun. The problem was you had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it and make any serious money. That was the bummer.
That's if you lived next door. If you had to commute, man, it was like 2:30.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
well,
but anyway, so that's why I got into it, and now I'm back to those roots, and I've got a studio, and I'm using Pro Tools, and I do videos and voiceovers for all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that kind of production. Yeah,
that's great. Well, it's a creative outlet, and it doesn't have to happen at 4 a.m.
Absolutely, I got it this morning at 9:30.
Well, there you go.
And that's because I was up till 1:30 working, and I'm up to my ankles in snow here.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We had a snow last night.
We're in shorts.
Really happening.
We're in shorts with the windows open. It's a beautiful day down here.
I have socks on.
I'm in Nashville. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I already got a picture from Key West.
We're wearing the Chuck Myers shorts, by the way.
That's an ugly thought.
Hey, now.
Moving right along.
I edited that out.
Yeah. So, anyway. Well, I don't want to take from Rick's time, but yeah, it's nice that I can refresh your memory.
I just had to do it. Boca Brian made me. Hey, get them on at the same time. So there we go. Have you guys been on the air together? I mean, I know you worked in the same station together. Did you visit each other's shows at all?
No.
No.
So honestly, Rick didn't really visit his own show that much.
Oh, I see.
I tried to record as much as I could. The hour started at 4.
That's right. Mr. Laughs. Do you still go over to Mr. Laughs?
Mr. Laughs. No, I'm no longer in that neck of the woods very often. I'm further out in Cooper City by the other Mr. Laughs, the old Mr. Laughs on University Drive.
Well, in spite of, the hat that you see, Rick wore many hats. So he did, when he says, moving at 90 miles an hour, he was. And he did some of his shows sometime. Sometimes he was there, and then sometimes, he can run it off on tape and then have somebody else just sit in and run the tape when he had other stuff to do. He was program director, too. I got offered program director one time when I was in Seattle and I was doing the morning show, and I told them, if you can find a program director, I'd really like to just do the morning show, because that's more than two full day jobs, right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So they found one, and he came in and fired me.
Take that.
So there.
Exactly. But yeah, so when you're
show
PD,
you.
Well, yeah, when you're PD and you're doing an on-air shift and all of that, they do that because of budget cuts. But that's a tough gig to do. There's just a zillion things to do on both of them.
Absolutely. No, under normal circumstances, those are two separate and very demanding jobs that you need two people for, not one.
Yeah. And when you're Rick Shaw in PD, I didn't realize, when every region in the country has their personalities, and Rick is the radio guy. And when you're there, it's not just like your PD. It's, hey, Rick, will you voice this for us, and will you make this appearance for us, and all of that. So, he's a busy guy. He does. He moved at 90 miles an hour the entire time he was awake.
We tried.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Riley?
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to hear you, Rick.
Oh, hey, Rick, nice talking to you. Happy New Year to you again.
And God bless you. Take care. Yeah, same here. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Okay. Bye, Rick Riley and Rick Shaw. I can't thank you enough once again for you're a busy man. You're still in demand.
No, George. Always have time for you, my friend. Always have time for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm kvelling over here. I can't tell you how honored I am that you talk to me. Never mind, that you visit the show and lend credibility to this incredible show. But just very honored because you taught me everything about being a DJ, and then I got into talk radio, and Neil taught me everything about talk. So you're very similar characters as far as I'm concerned. And I never stopped listening to you, and I always liked the oldies. I'm one of those people. I liked all the new music, but I never lost touch of the oldies, and and I always listened right up to the end.
Well, I don't think that music is ever going to go away.
No, it won't.
It was the basis and the formation of this thing called rock and roll.
Absolutely.
And those pillars just aren't going to crumble. That's going to be there forever.
My 8-year-old can name all the Beatles, inclling Ringo's real name and what they played and everything, all of it, all the oldies. We educate our children right, and you were a huge part of educating us and this entire town. I wouldn't know half of what I know about music or care as much if not for you and the way that you did your show. Go ahead, Brian.
Rick was introducing all the new Beatles records as they came out, and I remember that one time I think he was in Jacksonville or something traveling with the Beatles. And he had to play the record over the phone.
Over the phone, yeah, the new release. I swear to God, and I said, oh, my God, this is going to sound awful. A piece of music on a telephone? Well, it was AM. It couldn't go up past 12,000 cycles or whatever it is anyway. And it didn't sound all that bad. I mean, the guy, he was in Canada, and somehow he had bootlegged a copy of the new Beatles single about a week before it was going to be released in the United States. And somebody put me on to it, and I called him up. I said, hey, can you play this thing for me on the phone? So here we are playing the new Beatle release on the telephone recording, and it was bizarre, but it was the Beatles, and that's what counted.
Right.
That made it work.
Do you remember what song it was?
And the song was "She's a Woman," which worked out good because it's nothing but reverb anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Rick, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. Please keep us in the loop when you're about the Magic Children's Fund and when you're having fundraisers or activities there, and we'll be happy to plug them on the show.
Oh,
here.
Great. Well, I appreciate that, George. Thank you so much. I'll keep you posted.
All right, Rick.
All right,
Rick, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, my pleasure. Anytime.
You bet. Bye-bye. Rick Shaw. They don't come any bigger. They don't come any greater than Rick Shaw, except possibly Boca Brian. And Scotty Mack. Scotty Mack in the house.
I don't know about bigger. He lost a lot of weight.
Rick?
Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yes, I did. People starting to live right. Hey, say hi, Scotty.
Hey, how are you?
I don't know. Your mic's not on.
It's not
underneath, on the bottom there. Turn it on. Turn it on, like you work in radio. Just turn it towards you, man. It ain't complicated.
How are you?
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
There he is.
Scotty Mack, ladies and gentlemen. That was nice hearing from you, Scotty. Talk to you another time. We'll come back with some more smackisms right after this. SoFloRadio.com.
Do you know who we are?
SoFloRadio.com.
I would love to know what goes on inside that house with his cheerleading wife reading. I don't know if they're reading the newspaper or the scriptures, one or the other. Rick Riley. So I wonder what Rick is doing at that dining room table as we speak right now.
Why is everybody picking on me? Just lighten up, man.
There is some heavy-duty crap going on inside of that house. I think we could make a soap opera. It would make Chester Riley pale into insignificance.
I never said that anyway.
Yes, you did.
Did I? Well, if I did, I forgot.
Rick Riley is like some kind of a psychotic axe murderer in that house in his underwear and his newspaper. That's not bad enough. Rick Riley. Oh, yeah! Rick is discussing that right around the dining room table right now with his lovely cheerleading wife.
Why is everybody picking on me? Just lighten up, man.
Oh, yeah!
Join the radio revolution. SoFloRadio.com. Jan Michael Morris isn't just any attorney. He's your attorney. The Morris Law Office, handling your legal needs for more than 20 years, providing a wide range of legal services for those who need it most. Let Jan Michael Morris put his experience to work for you. Call Jan Michael Morris at his Boca Raton office at 561-395-4195 and speak to Jan Michael Morris directly. That's 561-395-4195 or visit themorrislawoffice.com.
Spokesperson is not an attorney. Buy the best custom full-color balloons with your photo, logo, or design that will blow your next party or event away with photoballoonstore.com. Take a look for yourself and see why photoballoonstore.com is the place for full-color, custom-printed photo balloons. Our balloons are not made out of rubber, latex, or mylar. They're made from a durable aluminum foil composite film that keeps them inflated longer than any other balloon sold. 11 inches in diameter, uninflated, 9.5 inches inflated. These balloons can be reinflated over and over again. Cheer on your Miami Heat basketball team at home or the arena with our version of the Miami Heat Dream Team balloon. These limited edition memorabilia balloons are available for only $6.95 for a limited time. Visit photoballoonstore.com for more. Order yours today. We deliver on time and fast. photoballoonstore.com. SoFloRadio.com. Give us a call at 954-99-00036. Mobile users call 954-990-0036. And for those of you living in the past, call Butterfield 990-0036. Skype name SoFlo Radio.
It's not just the 1 to 2 hour. It's a phenomenon.
Hi, I'm Ed Buford of Buford and Sons Liquor and Guns. We have the largest selection of booze and firearms in the state and will personally assist you in choosing the correct alcoholic beverage and weapons for your next outing.
Going squirrel hunting? Then you'll love our low prices on schnapps and hand grenades.
Living in the city? Check out our deal on handguns and California wine.
Maybe you aren't interested in hunting or self-defense. Maybe you just like to get drunk and shoot at mailboxes. Well, we've got gallon jugs of wild turkey and 44 Magnum shells on sale this week only.
We're open 24 hours, we never check IDs, and we're NRA approved. So come on down to Buford and Sons Liquor and Guns, where everything leaves loaded.
Hi, this is G. Gordon Liddy, and they don't come any worse than Neil Rogers.
I've had some thrills in my life. 2 flea bags and scythe the knife. Such looks. I'm thrilled about my cars. 2 Corvettes, and I'm hungry yet. But the thrill of thrills that gave my trout the clout was the thrilling evening when I thrillingly found out Luis Miguel is uncircumcised. Can you believe it? It's such a pile of crap with a little flap. Gary Bruce once was but couldn't retrieve it. We had such little hope with just an electron microscope. Jazz McKay won't show it. Andrew Michaels is all too willing. Randy's Jim once did, but then it wasn't too fulfilling. servant's uncircumcised but can't believe it. George smiles all the while despite the smell. As a matter of taste, the whole world's uncircumcised since I fell for Louise Miguel. Easy on the carbuncles since I fell for Louise Miguel.
127, 29. It's 29, I just checked. SoFloRadio.com, George Rodriguez, Boca, Brian, Monica, the Black Magic Woman, and the world's only Scotty Mac. There is no other.
Hey, how are you, George? Good to see you.
Great, man. It's always good to see you.
Tremendous! There you go.
They don't even need you here.
That's my moniker, yeah. Oh, yeah. That feels great.
A T-shirt with that.
Any one of these could be a T-shirt.
I touched her dot.
Or this one.
I did that one time when I was about 15 years old.
I don't know if I have the Spanish hair check, though. Do I have that?
You have all of them. And remember, last time I was here, I left you a CD.
I know.
There's a bunch of new stuff.
I have it right here in front of me.
The CD?
Yeah.
Tell me. Okay, good, because I was going to say, I remember giving it to Boca Brian. Unlike Rick Shaw, I can't blame senility. I'm a burnout. So that's why I don't remember where I put the CD. But I thought I remembered giving it to Boca Brian. That's great. Did we lift anything off of it? I remember there might have been a drop or two on there.
There was like a lot.
Things going on.
Uno, dos, tres.
There it is.
Uno, dos.
I got to tell that story. How you been, Scotty Mac? He's married now.
Yes, newly married. December 18th.
Just this December, just like recently, right?
Just like 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, like that.
Thank you.
Well, good. I'm glad. When I hear about other people getting married, I go, I'm so glad I'm not alone.
But this is a unique story because I actually dated this girl back when I worked at IOD, back in 1990 and 91. I dated this girl for like a year and a half.
She didn't work there with us.
No.
Okay.
It was a girl that I met. Actually, we went to the same high school and same college. Never met. Actually, I had a couple parties. I hosted a couple parties. She came to the parties. Never met her.
I tell people that like Facebook has exposed this phenomenon that I call the mystery friend. They know everybody that you know, but you're never you're just doing circles around each other at the parties.
Right.
Or they're walking out the back while you're walking in the front or something. You just for years, and you ask your friend. You say you have like. By the way, there's someone on Facebook. I have 86 people in common with this person, and I've never met them. That's the record so far. I'm not lying.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like that. So this is one of those situations. She was your mystery friend.
Yeah. So anyway, we dated for like a year and a half after that, and then we broke up, and we lost touch, complete touch.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Georgia. I was there for 8 years, and then I moved back to Florida, and my dad ran into her mom at the grocery store because they actually still lived close to each other.
Okay.
And she called me. We started talking. And we started dating again, and it was like 20 years later.
Wow!
And we're married now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so that's
congratulations,
that's
sort of.
I
mean, better than you than me. Oh wait, yeah, I'm married too.
Not it.
I hope it goes. Lucky. And Boca Brian's divorced also.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Twice though, right, Brian? You like one of those.
I got two under my thing.
Yeah, you thought it'd be better the second time around. I don't understand.
And now you see the result.
Yeah, people tell me, hey, I'm getting married again. That's like somebody telling me, hey, I'm going to stick my dick in a pencil sharpener again. Because I tried it once and it didn't work out, but last time I found a different pencil sharpener. This one has silver blades. And I think it's going to feel better this time. I don't understand. I hope it works out.
I think this is the real deal.
You guys had lots of time. That's the thing. You people had, you two have had lots of time to get together. Is your video for the public? Because, we got crazy stalkers out there. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
No, it's for your eyes only, but if you want to share it with, it was a baseball wedding that we actually had.
Is this the picture of you and
this was one of the things that was handed out to the people. This was actually like a real baseball game.
Okay.
People came in jerseys and stuff. The wedding party was all in jerseys. They were giving out baseball programs and these baseball cards here. And here is the actual invitation to the wedding itself.
It's a ticket.
Yeah, it's a ticket, and then it was. The ticket stub on the right.
Yes.
You had to give that in to the ticket takers that we had at the actual ballpark, and people were giving out Cracker Jacks and popcorn and the whole thing. We had
very nice. We had Scotty Mac in parentheses.
Exactly.
Not a self-promotional fool over here.
That's funny.
Well, basically everybody I know knows me as that. So there you go. I mean, I told when I actually sent out some invitations to friends of mine, there was like Scott McCullough. They're like, who's that?
Right. No. Scotty Mac. The Smackster.
There you go. So
the Smackmeister, ladies and gentlemen.
So when you get a chance, look at that video, and you can share it with your friends and stuff.
Hold your hand up for Monica. I told her that. See?
Small guy, big appendages.
See?
Wow, no kidding.
Very big appendages.
I won't ask for more proof. It's okay.
We'll call Leslie. See what she has to say about it.
Talk about the bat.
It's funny. He looks exactly the same age, by the way.
Aww.
I've known him for over 20 years. And
I do? Really?
You do, man.
Thank you, bro, because, I taught TV and radio production for about 10 years in Georgia and in Florida, and I had kids that I would say, how old do you think I am? The kid would go, 52. I'm like, what? 52?
By the way, you got a couple little crow's feet. You know who has not aged a day? A day.
Suds Coleman.
From the olden days. No, somebody you know from the olden days. No, Suds, his hair turned a little bit whiter than it did. He never had any children. That's why he gets to, live forever. Right. No, Tony Yip. Remember Tony Yip?
Oh, the Yipster, yeah. He was one of the guys that was my sidekick when I got into IOD.
He's still at Cox, or he was at QAM for a while, or Power 96, and now he's back over there in the Cox building, and he looks the same teenage kid. He still looks like the same punk kid that used to come into that radio station. Well, you were a punk kid, too. You were the sports...
I was the sports punk
flunky. For a while. You eventually became the sports executive producer of all sports.
Yeah, executive producer of sports, and then I was sports director.
Right.
Because Defo was there, and
And what? No, I don't understand.
He wasn't able to direct the sports department, so they turned it over to me. So
you worked with all the same people that we worked with at QAM, and Hank and Sonny Hirsch back in the IOD.
Oh, yeah, I worked with all those guys. But actually, I had a story because, of course, everybody was talking about... their stories about Neil and stuff. And my story was when I first got into the station, I basically was overnight board op and stuff. And then I got hired on with the sports staff. And then I was doing sports talk shows at night. And that's when Hank was still over there. He was doing the Goldberg at night and that show over there after sports talk. And I would hang out and help produce that show as well. Well, I was on the air doing sports updates and stuff, and I guess the next morning when Neil would come on, he would have listened to the show the night before, and he would start saying these things like, those little that little twerp at nights, Scotty Mac, he's fingering my carts all the time, and I'm like, what is he talking about? I'm never even in the studio, I'm in the production studio there. So he's like, oh, yeah, I know it was him. He's in here. He's fingering them and all this stuff. And I'm like, so one night I came into the studio, and I was actually, I just did it as a joke. Hank went out for a break, and I went and sat in his chair. And he came in from the break, and he goes, what is this? This is like student becoming teacher for the day. And I'm like, yeah, I did that one time when I was about 15 years old, back in high school. And so the next day... I did that one.
Oh, sorry. This stuff
is going out of its mind.
The next day...
Yes.
I'm listening to Neil. To Neil as I'm driving into the station, and someone calls and goes, Neil, I just had an orgasm last night. And all of a sudden you heard, I did that one time when I was about 15 years old. When I was about 15 years old. Exactly. And I was like, what the heck? How did they get... Who gave them that? And, I didn't even, think that was going to happen, of course. That was just regular conversation I was having with Hank.
Sure.
And that started the whole Scotty Mac drop thing. And from that... Tremendous! I went on to Rick and Suds. And,
thanks, honey.
And exactly. And
that guy.
People started grabbing my recorder and taking the tapes that I had, did all this stuff on and everything. And then you and Marvin
great.
Getting me
Thanks, honey.
Hey, Don Shula. That was Coach Shula. Thanks, honey.
Yeah, I got to look for something else to do.
Thanks, honey. So anyway, I basically owed Neil Rogers a lot because in the next month or so, I'm actually, and George, I told you about this, but it's actually becoming the true deal now. I'm actually putting a website up called TalkinSmack.com.
Okay.
And it's going to be all smackisms, and it's going to be funny stories that I have, imitations that I do.
I told you to do that.
Drawings, very funny drawings that I do.
So this one, Sky?
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Miami Arena.
Yeah, dueling Halberstam's.
Yep. We have it all, man. I kept all your shit.
A lot of my new ones. I have very small nipples.
Those are on that CD that I gave you, Boca Brian. Scotty Mac's nipples.
Mis orejas es muy grande. I only have one testicle.
Is that true?
You don't need the CD now.
Real story.
Please tell us about your testicle, the one that you don't have.
Yeah, this is One Testicle Tuesday. Actually, it's Monday. Actually, it's only Monday.
Okay, it's Monday one day.
Scotty starts at 3, by the way.
Yeah, that is a true story, by the way. I do have one testicle, but I can still have babies in the whole 9 yards.
We'll see. Jumping over a barbed wire fence, How did that happen, Mr. Mac?
No, that's it. I'm descended. It happened when I was a little guy.
And that explains the voice.
Well, you know what?
I had no idea.
I actually think that may have something to do with it. You know, I was actually supposed to be about 6 foot tall. And so I think it's stunning my growth.
Short.
I'm 5'9".
I'll take it. I'm 5'6". I'll trade a testicle for 3 inches. You gotta respect me. They can have them both.
That's all 6 inches.
All right, now I can be 6 feet tall. Woo! I'm 6 feet tall and I talk like this.
I think my voice has gotten a little deeper over the years, don't you think?
Let's
it resonates
tremendous.
now.
Say tremendous again.
Tremendous!
See, now.
Oh, yeah. That feels great.
Wait.
I touched her dot.
No, I think it's still there, man. I think
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you're timeless. It's Scotty Mac.
That's good. Maybe I don't want it to get too deep because then people won't remember me.
You're a little thicker now. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, and by that I don't mean I'm not going to call you fat because you were just a beanpole. You were real skinny.
I was lanky.
Yes, indeed. It lent to the big appendages that looked like you had a... And by the way, when you did that drop, because Scotty Mac, we would sit Scotty in a recording studio, and we would tell you, say this or that, and you would say this or that, and you would say your own things, too. But when he first laid that drop down, I'm a little guy with... Do we have that? The appendages line? I don't have that.
Yeah, you should have that.
I should have that. Do you have it, Brian?
No.
Little guy with big appendages. When you said
it's on that disc. It's on that disc.
I was there. You held up your hand like this, like to make an L. I'm a little guy with big appendages, and you do the L thing, and indeed, you got the long ass fingers and thumb there.
There you go.
It's the real deal. So what have you been doing since then?
So
This is part of the what? Where are they now?
Right. I'm actually back in radio right now. I actually have my own company. It's called Everything High School Sports.
Okay.
And actually, Depot is involved with it as well.
Okay.
And we cover and broadcast all the high school sports in Broward County.
Really?
Yeah, and we do talk shows. We're on 1470.
Right, I knew he was doing that.
AM, yeah.
You've been doing it with him for a while. I knew.
I came on this year and am doing that with him as well.
Jimmy and Danny.
Hello again, everybody.
So I host my own show on there this week in Broward County Sports. So it's the thing. We're also creating a website for that as well. So
very, very good.
And I also do some producing for him over at 940. I book a lot of guests for him still.
Okay.
So doing that, and also I got my video production stuff on the side that I still do. So,
oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we should talk. We've been going to be talking about doing more video stuff over here because we have SoFloRadio and SoFloTelevision.com. So we want to do some television too. I mean, we're like this. You're on TV. In case you don't know, the SoFlo TV, your webcamming, so you can hold your appendages up. For the people out there in TV land. Don't
there you go.
Headphone amp over.
Oh, sorry, bro.
$50 off of PayPal. I'll have you know. Let's take a break. Come back with more Scotty Mac smackisms and memories. And I don't know what you wrote down on that sheet, but I can't wait to find out. 17 till 2, SoFloRadio.com.
Longer, firmer, and fully packed with flavor. SoFloRadio.com.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Miami Arena. I'm Dave Halberstam, along with...
Me, Dave Halberstam. It's a great night for basketball.
You're not Dave Halberstam. You're an imposter.
No, I'm not. I'm Dave Halberstam.
If you're Dave Halberstam, then do me.
I can't do you. In essence, I'd be doing myself.
I'll prove to you that I'm the real Dave Halberstam. Bimbo brings the ball up. He spots Rice. Over to Miner.
Inside to Cycly. He shoots.
No good.
Rebound Spider Sally. He jams it home. Good. And the Heat
are on fire. The Heat lead 79-71. Here on the Heat Radio Network. Hey, get out of here. I don't need a partner. You're no good.
I'm good.
No good.
Good.
No good.
Good.
No good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
SoFloRadio.com and SoFloTelevision.com.
Hey, it's me, the Beast. And don't forget, every Wednesday night we bring you All Canes Radio from 7 to 9 p.m. All Canes Radio is a 2-hour, entertaining and comprehensive new media, Cane-centric talk show that fills the void in great Miami Hurricanes coverage. We come to you every Wednesday night live from Smoke's Southern Kitchen and Tap at 1450 South Dixie Highway in Coral Gables, right across from UM. We'll have special guests, prizes, food and drink specials, and most importantly, Canes talk. It's All Canes Radio every Wednesday night at 7 on allcanes.com and SoFloRadio.com.
Monday nights will never be the same. Silverman on Sports invades SoFloRadio.com. Join Bruce Silverman and his cast of characters as they take on the world of sports every single Monday night from 7 to 9 here on SoFloRadio.com. Don't miss a minute of the
Adventures in time and space, transcribed in future tense. The Powwow.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1.
Disorder never sounded so good.
From the far horizons of the unknown come tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of a future. Adventures in which you'll live in a million, could be years, on 1,000 maybe worlds. Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine presents
The Powwow, weekends at 12, only on SoFloRadio.com.
SoFloRadio.com invites you to call. It's free and it's easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone and dial 954-99-00036. That's 954-990-0036. SoFloRadio.com.
It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Coming this Christmas from Bogus Industries. It's the I Can Drive Like Rick Sanchez board game. It's a real-life action-adventure game that uses the streets of South Florida as a game board. Start begins at concession stand A of Joe Robbie Stadium, where each contestant has to drink himself to oblivion. Whoever gets the highest blood alcohol level first goes on to level number 2. The run down a pedestrian and haul-ass home section of the game. This leaves board game police baffled, and each player must come up with a different excuse to go home and get his license. Then it's off to the final leg of the board game. Hire an attorney, go to court, and whoever gets off with the easiest sentence wins. It's hours of fun for the whole family. The I Can Drive Like Rick Sanchez board game. Bogus Industries.
You've seen him on Channel 7 News. First, as a 2-bit reporter. Now, as a 2-bit anchor that wears more makeup than Tammy Faye Baker and Mary Kay combined. Rick Sanchez sings. Hear the dulcet tones of the man who brought you Crime Check, Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez sings.
Give me a home with a
Don't miss Rick Sanchez in his pasty-face tour over Hialeah. It's one show you won't want to miss. Stake for a good one. Rick Sanchez. He loves his audience.
I accept you as a precious gift from God.
Thank you, Rick. 12 till 2, SoFloRadio.com. Here with Scotty Mac. I'm George. That's Brian. We got Monica over there. We're talking about producers and how important they are. That was a nice Mitch Lewis block. I put a call in to him this morning. We talked last week, or via email. Supposedly, he'll be on at some point, maybe Wednesday. Also, emailing back and forth with the real Irene Richards. To find out what the real story on her is. She's
there's no shortage of Mitch Lewis blocks we could set up when he's ready.
Just if and when he does. And don't forget, we're waiting for Awesome Blue. What's their name?
Siamese Blue.
Siamese Blue. I should write that down on my
penis and blue jeans.
Yes. Well, I'm wearing black shorts, so that's different. Although Scotty Mac and his large appendages, he's in his thingy. I hope you're tweeting that you're here on the show, Scotty Mac. I'm going to send you a link to the show that you're on so you can spam it out. Your guest appearance here on the show, full service. I didn't have the studio last time that you were here visiting.
Yes, you had this. Yes, you did.
Okay, we had more.
You had much more. I mean, you have much more now, yes.
By the way, I had a dream, studio dreams, radio people. Everybody dreams about their work. I had a dream that I was running around with the backup battery, the one that's under the table over here. You know, I got a giant backup battery system that'll run this whole place during the apocalypse. It's huge. It weighs a ton, and I'm not lying. I just dare anyone to move it, budge it at all. But in my dream, I'm running around with it, and it's still heavy as hell. But you know, in a dream, somehow I can still. It hurts and it's awful to carry, but somehow I'm still able to carry it. And don't ask me why. I think somebody wanted it. Somebody wanted my big, expensive backup battery, and I had to keep running away from people and hiding it, and you can't have the battery.
That's an amazing dream, George.
I mean, not a computer, not a bag of gold, not my stash, nothing. A big backup battery, because it's expensive, and it's really...
You cannot have my battery.
But it weighs like it's made out of the core of the sun. That's what it weighs like. It's really heavy. So Scotty Mac has some notes here. Crazy person living out in Pembroke Pines. What sort of evil things did you write down on your piece of paper?
No, this was just stuff that I wanted to bring up to you on the show. So I basically
excellent. All right, I
touched on a lot of things here.
All right, so start touching.
That side of the table.
Wait a minute.
I touched her dot. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Now touch this. No, fire away, man. You went to all that trouble writing something down.
I actually have a very funny story about... two funny stories. We'll see if we can get them in.
Okay, we'll be the judge.
Right, there you go.
If they're funny.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well,
one
two stories.
It's me and my new wife.
Okay.
And actually, a few weeks before I got married, I was using cortisone cream. And I had a very, very, I'm not going to get into exactly where it was located, but I had a very annoying itch, okay? So, I have an annoying bitch, but I usually don't talk to I'm in a private area. I'm in a private area, trying to apply this cortisone cream.
Okay, it's a funny story already.
I'm this annoying itch, okay? So, anyway... I put this on, and all of a sudden, it starts burning me. And I'm like, cortisone cream is not supposed to burn you like this, okay?
Right.
And I mean, it is extremely hot. I'm like, what is going on here? I feel like I'm burning a hole in my in myself. Yeah, exactly.
In myself, yes.
So then I turned over the tube, and it was minty fresh toothpaste with a burst of Scope mouthwash.
Were you applying it in the dark, Scotty Mac? Did you use light?
So anyway, I swear to God, 2 weeks after that, 2 days after I'm married, my brand new wife says, I'm going to go and brush my teeth. She goes into our little bag, our travel bag. She pulls out a tube, goes in and brushes her teeth.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden, swear to God, she's like, oh, my God, this must be really old toothpaste or something. This is terrible. This is gross. But she doesn't stop. She continues to brush her teeth and her tongue and... all that stuff.
Excuse me. Oh, hand me the mask.
She continues to brush her teeth and tongue, and then she goes, this is ridiculous. This is terrible. She turns over the tube, extra strength cortisone cream.
She was using your crotch cream. Yeah.
No wonder it
Oh, my God. That's a funny story. I'll grant you that. And still she married you.
But that was after.
Oh, that was after?
So I'm like, welcome to my life.
Right.
Exactly. So this is what I do.
I don't understand how you people, I mean, because I got a tube of, like, Cordate or something like that. It's clearly marked. It's big. It's Cordate.
I don't know why I didn't.
It doesn't have little minty sparkle.
But now I am actually making the new rule now that there should be toothpaste should only come in big sizes, big tubes.
Well, no, you need the travel. You need the travel size. Yeah. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. I thought it was my little cortisone.
My brother, rest in peace, who used to live here. One time he brushed his teeth with Brill cream. And by the way, it's true what they say. A little dab will do you. Yeah. It did him. It did him in.
Hi,
that was nasty. Unlike the wife there, your wife there, he stopped right away. It started spitting it out into the sink. It's obviously not toothpaste.
So of course on the tube it says call poison control immediately.
Really?
Oh yeah, if you inject it or ingest it or swallow it. And so I called poison control and the paramedics were there in like 30 seconds. I'm like, I didn't call you guys. But apparently our townhouse, like when you call 911,
it just automatically...
It immediately just sends a thing out to the paramedics and they show up. And my wife is like, I just brushed my teeth with cortisone cream. And they're like, what?
That's all I did.
So
what's the big deal?
But that's one of the stories.
That was only one. That's great. That's a tough one to top.
We have a second story. We have time for a second story.
I insist.
So I went to now I know you probably have gone to a urologist. This was years ago. I went to my urologist. First time.
Never.
You've never gone to a urologist.
I don't know what the inside of your.
Well, you might not want to go to a urologist after this story.
I have a regular doctor. But I've never had anything wrong there. I have friends that have gone to the urologist and they came back with this prescription that said masturbate more. And they said, because they were having trouble, just real quick, I'm not going to go into any details, they were having trouble with their flow.
Right.
And they went to a urologist, female urologist, which I have a dilemma. It's like male or female. I don't want a man touching my junk, but if a female's touching it, that might. Anyway.
I will not give it to you.
So I said, well, I don't have any trouble with my flow. And he said, well, I went to the doctor, the female urologist, and she said that your prostate is enlarged because you're not orgasming enough. You need to have more of them, so you need to.
That is true.
Just write down permission. It's like you got to whack it more. Do more. And I said, and so he said, so George, you got to make sure. And I said, I can't whack it more. They would have to add more hours onto the end of the day or something. I'd have to quit my job to do it more. So anyway, so go ahead with your urologist story.
So I come in and I actually had a problem with my flow. I was taking like 2.5 minutes to pee. So
what's wrong with you kids that aren't jerking your?
No. That wasn't it.
Okay, all right. Okay. Can't wait to find out what it was then.
So anyway, I came in to the urologist first time, and I told them, I have a problem with what I think is inside my urethra.
Of course.
Our urethra Franklin. And so, anyway, I go in there, and the nurse, the nurse comes in. She goes, take off all your clothes.
Of course.
And I'm like, So I said, okay. She goes, go ahead and put this gown on, and I need you to stand right here with your hands on the, those little beds, and your butt facing out the window. So I'm standing there. I'm like, okay.
Well, I can't wait for my turn.
Why can't I stand over this way? She goes, no. You have to stand right here in this position. So I said, okay.
She's going to get a running start or something. I don't know. She's in the other room buttering her head.
So then I said, are you coming back in? She goes, no, the doctor will be back. I'm like, nice hot little cheek as she was. Yeah. But anyway, the doctor comes in, and he's like, okay. And so the whole time I'm waiting for the doctor, I look out, George, and there's windows here that my butt is hanging out. There's no curtains on the windows.
It's like we have a public restroom here in the studios, too. You do everything in public.
Right, and there's a medical building next door to this building that I'm in.
Right,
so people are coming in and out of the building.
You're mooning them all.
Yeah, and my butt is totally hanging out there. So, and because they told me to take everything off. So anyway, he comes in, he goes, Scotty, how are you? I'm going to go ahead and put this glove on. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm putting this glove on because I'm going to have to put this inside your ass.
Yes.
So basically I said, well, I'm here for my penis, not for my ass.
Well, that's...
So, I mean...
He's got to come at the back. He's coming at it from the back.
Right, so I'm having a problem peeing.
Right.
Not anything out in the back end.
They do that.
So anyway...
I heard this story.
He goes ahead and puts his glove on. And so anyway, before he's doing this, he's prepared. I'm looking out the window. Here comes a woman with like a 3-year-old kid walking into the building next door. And, the kid's like, hey, Mom, there's a guy's naked ass hanging out the window.
Yeah.
So anyway, he comes in, he puts his glove on, and so he puts it into my butt, and I'm like, oh, my God.
The whole thing, he just fisted you, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah.
Wiggling fingers while he was in there?
The guy basically says, Scotty, would you like to have a glass of water?
No, but a cigarette.
And I look at him, I'm like, are you serious? Are you seriously asking that? I said, no, Doc, I'd like you to take your hand out of my ass. That's what I'd like you to do. And this whole time that he's doing this, of course, that you would think that a guy would be irritated. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of there's somebody now walking into that building, and now they're seeing a guy's hand is inside my ass.
Up to his elbow. Right. Like he's birthing a cow.
You like it? Smiling.
So anyway, this continues, and he finally takes his hand out of my ass.
Okay.
And so, right, there you go. And I'm like, now, when are we going to get to the penis? Because this is what I'm here for, my penis, not for the ass.
I really want you touching my penis now, not after the fisting.
Right. So
you're going to finish me, right?
So he leaves, and he comes back in with a literally metal rod. And longer than this, okay? This long metal rod, and I'm thinking, all of a sudden, before I start getting fearful thoughts, I go, hey, wait a minute. Maybe they're going to put up some curtains on the window. This is a curtain rod.
It's a curtain rod, yes.
And so we can cover my ass and every part of the rest of my body, So, no, he goes, I said, what are you going to do with it? I'm going to stick this up inside your penis, Scotty.
Was it threaded? Were there barbs?
And I'm like, and I know you and I know this, but us guys, we have little slits on the side, on the end of our penis.
Yes.
And so you can't fit like a pin inside that, let alone a big metal rod.
Pee barely comes out of it.
Exactly. So I said, wait a minute, Doc, I got a question for you.
How big around was this rod? How thick?
It's
like
hard to
explain.
No. It was like this.
It's like that thick?
It was this.
That's like that.
Okay, so anyway,
about the thickness
I said, well, then I got a question.
That's thicker than a pencil.
There you go. I said, I got a question for you, Doc. And he goes, okay, what is it? I go, you offered me a glass of water when you put your hand inside my ass. Yeah. What are you going to offer me now when you put that curtain rod inside my dick?
Glass of morphine, please? Glass of cocaine?
That's my story.
But he put the rod in your penis.
He did, and basically, they determined that I had a scar tissue in my urethra.
From a dog bite?
No, it could have been anything. From riding a bike when I was 7 with those bars where you fall down on the bar.
Oh, we always wondered about that.
Yeah, there you go.
We jammed our taint so many times.
From wrestling when I was 13 and 14, wrestling in middle school.
And I warn people about wrestling, too. You're always getting hit in the taint when you wrestle.
There you go.
So that's it. So you're better now?
No, I still have scar tissue. I have to go through a procedure like every 2 years.
Why does it hurt when I pee? Frank Zappa song,
No, it doesn't sting. It just takes a while to pee. So eventually I might have to get a new urethra. So
where do you get one of those? Organ donor, a carcass? You get a corpse, somebody dies with a really nice urethra.
Right, exactly.
You go on a list? Because we had a kid kidney, one of our friends, Chris Hudspeth, that just donated a kidney.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that a thing that, somebody could donate?
No, I don't know how. I really don't know how they do it. All I know is that it takes 5 months to rehab.
Do they take out the scar section and then just close the gaps, or?
I have no idea.
5 months rehab, where no question, you're probably going to have to be wearing one of those bags, right?
No, not
the bypass.
No, actually,
bags?
you do have to. You do have the catheter for about 2 weeks when you do the procedure. Yeah.
Sounds like a nightmare. I'm really glad I took care of my taint. Now, and that I masturbated as often.
Well, I thought mine was taken care of. I mean, who would have known that I would have this?
I'm going
to go masturbate during the next commercial break right now. So I'm very fond of the state of my flow. Everything. Thank you. You're right. Those were both very, very funny stories.
Thank you, sir.
You should blog on your website.
Yeah, I will, man. I have a lot more funnier stories than that.
Well, you're coming back again. Plug all your ventures real quick before we kick your ass.
Everything high school sports. 1470 a.m. Monday nights. This week in Broward County Sports, and coming up very soon, TalkingSmack.com.
TalkingSmack.com, where you have all kinds of drops and that's where
over hundreds of my smackisms, and there will be drawings, funny drawings.
You should blog on there because your life is one big adventure.
Yeah, funny stories, the whole bit.
Sure.
And I would like to have you a link to this wonderful company here.
Right on, SoFloRadio.com, where the only place where radio is going on. Non-sports, you sports guys.
Right. Sports holes.
Right-wing politics and sports. That's all you got on the AM dial in this town. You're lucky that you're into one of those two things.
There you go.
If I was, I'd have a job in regular radio.
That's right, because you're a liberal. You're like me. You're liberal.
Well, I'm left of center, but I don't like those kinds of labels because
you're moderate liberal.
I'm pro. I don't believe in two compass points, north and east. I just don't. I have a lot of. I believe in small government, the right to bear arms, things like that. So, but I don't like the evil Republicans. That's a fact.
That's true.
They are evil and bad.
But I will say that when the sports talk show guys, when they do get out of the sports and talk about general topics, I'd say for the most part they're very, very good at it.
Some of them.
Oberman is a good example. He was a sports guy.
Sure. And Pharrell's fun when he's not talking about games.
Pharrell's fantastic. Yeah,
Did you have Pharrell on here?
Pharrell, yeah, he's been on several times. As a matter of fact, my good friend Scott. He and I saved a light together. Don't you know?
I did not.
I don't make shit up. I don't have to. My life's an adventure too. Should compare notes. I can't blog about half the shit that I do, though.
You saved a life with him?
I've saved a life with him. I've saved 2 lives altogether. Saved Adam Kirshner's life. That's the killer cabinet that cut Adam Kirshner, and we had to call paramedics. We had to call 911.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
I ran into Adam like 2 weeks ago.
He was at the memorial service in the after party.
Yeah, I did not see him there. I was only there for like 40 minutes, but I did see Adam at 9:40.
We're going to get back together and start doing ill shit again.
Beautiful.
Like we used to in the olden days. Scotty, it's always a pleasure having you here.
Same here, George.
Siamese Blue coming up next on SoFloRadio.com.
More listeners than any sports station anywhere. SoFloRadio.com. In the past, African Americans were typecast by white society with such character portrayals as Stephen Fetchit, Pigmeat Markham, and Mantan Moreland. Those racist portrayals were demeaning and have since faded into the distant past. But not anymore. Thanks to the O.J. Simpson trial, this kind of typecasting is back and funnier than ever before. Don't miss the premiere of Amos and O.J.
Well, looks like you in big trouble now, O.J. Killing your wife and all.
Yes, just gotta help me. Ain't nobody better than Calhoun the lawyer.
Well, now, members of the jury, did you know that Officer Furman done stole a bottle of the defendant's yellow shoe polish? And poured it all over the place. Well, now, he stole it, and now you know it. And the whitey isn't mighty. And if the cat didn't pee, then you must set him free. Oh, why, if you dig him, then acquit him.
Don't miss Amos and O.J. tonight on Fox.
Pete, don't fail me now.
From the land of the free and the home of the talk, this is RadioAmerica.us.
Hop inside my company car. I got the pictures, the tax, and eating out of my hand. I'm gonna make you a radio star. I'm Walter Sabo, baby. I can do anything I wanna do. I'm your consultant woman, and I'm gonna be consulting you on giving bad goals, on the crap show, and the formula. I've got the formula. I've got the power to mold and control you. Show at a station down in Hollywood. And I don't care if your ratings are low, just as long as you can stroke me good. I'm Walter Sabo, baby, and you'll do anything I want you to. I'm your consultant woman, why I'm a consultant, 'cause I'm just an asshole.
You Miami football fans are a bunch of douchebags. Oh!
Miami loves the Marlins, the greatest baseball team. But the West Coast, they can only boast of trying to steal a team. They couldn't get the Mariners or the Frisco Giants too. So now they hate the Marlins, and we all say screw you, 'cause you're all crybaby douchebags. Crybaby douchebags. Crybaby losers with the runs. Yes, you're all sore loser douchebags. Sore loser douchebags. We've got the team and you've got none.
You know, Pat Richard Martin, my mother.
Everybody, time for the denial dance. Take off your shoes and pants and give this gal a glance. You gotta move along to hide those extra pounds. Use one foot at a time to stay below the line. Do the denial dance. Step up, lean back. Use one foot now. Pull on the towel rack. You got it. Hold your foot up in the air like a flamingo. That's right. Watch that dial spin around. Try bending your knees a little bit. Yeah. To make the scale your friend. From the very end. A gravitational fight. To get the number you like. If you don't want to know, then only use one toe for the denial dance. When you're feeling fat, weigh yourself like that. Do the denial dance, denial dance, denial dance. Do the denial dance, denial dance, denial dance.
Let's listen into future time. Hit that hit that's gonna climb. Breaking with the sound of tomorrow. Here's a big hit from WABC.
Siamese Blue, they're our band over here. They're here for some reason. Oh, I know why. You're going to talk about. You're probably going to be performing somewhere where we hang out, like Tobacco Road or something.
Tobacco Road.
Yeah, I'm going down there tonight. Are you going there tonight, by any chance?
I won't be there tonight, but I will be there on Friday.
On Friday?
Siamese Blue will be there in effect on Friday.
Excellent. Excellent, very much. You're Leia, right?
Hi guys, Leia.
This is not the whole band, right? Because you're missing like all the instruments. You've got Morgan is the drummer, and then Frank is it says percussion, which is always what I would do. And nobody's going to hear you unless you grab Leia's microphone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, George.
Great, no problem. That's what I would be if I were in a band. So you play tambourine. That's your job, right?
That's my main instrument.
I'd be like a Josie and the Pussycats. I grew up watching those cartoons.
I'm influenced by them.
I want to be the tambourine. I want to be miscellaneous percussionist. I want to play the bell. Oh, look, somebody, as a matter of fact, because you think I'm lying, I don't know what this is called, the raspy fish. I call it the Guido. The Guido? Yes. The Guido, like an Italian guy? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Guantanamera.
Is that why you're going to be playing at Tobacco Road tonight?
No. I'm going to be playing a knife and fork. I'm hopefully going to have a burger.
Nice.
George, we play with Siamese Blue, Guido. Right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I should just take this to Tobacco Road and I can do walk-ons.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be excellent.
I just, from out of nowhere, like right in the middle, because I've seen that. I watch all these rock concert footage and things like that, and somebody that you don't expect to be there at all, they just walk on from off stage and they got their guitar.
It's usually Prince, though.
Yeah, well, I'll dress like Prince, but I'm going to walk up with my Guido, which looks like big fat penis. As a matter of fact, I should have compared it with Scotty Mac while he was here. And you brought your reporter,
I'm sure
which
he
is
would
really
enjoy
nice.
that.
Wow.
They bring paparazzi. I like this band.
Yeah, need some photos. Photos are good.
So Siamese Blue is here. Sorry, I've been making. I called you Shocking Blue. What else did I call them today? Everything but Siamese Blue. So let's start at the beginning. Why Siamese Blue?
That's a really good question.
Great question.
Is it?
Who wants to take it?
Saying that?
I think originally the idea for the name came out of our guitar player, Ivan Bravo, his cat.
Oh, so you do have a guitar player?
Yes, he couldn't make it today. But
and a bass player?
Yeah, Ron Platukas plays bass. He couldn't make it here today.
There's 5 of you?
Yes.
The whole shebang.
You wouldn't need 5 if you didn't have a percussionist to play the tambourine.
I think we have something going here.
And the maracas. No, because that's me. It's like I can't make fun of Linda McCartney, but it was very sweet of Paul to give her those little things, the little one note at a time things that she could play. Because otherwise, she would have been the percussionist playing the tambourine.
Right.
You guys just must like him a lot, just
absolutely.
I can't wait to. I guess I got to go see it now to see exactly what Frank does.
Where would we be without the tambourine?
I know. What is it? You just wanted somebody to carry the equipment, and he didn't want the title roadie.
It was actually to indulge me a little bit as the drum set player, having another drummer to kind of keep me company back there, and his chops are superior too.
You play different kinds of drums. We'll get back to that question. We tangent everywhere.
Sure.
You need a chart for the interviews that I do. Just scratch paper. If you just give them some scratch paper so they can keep up. So what's different about the drums that you play over here, Frank?
Well, again, I'm the percussionist of the group. Mainly, the main instrument will be congas.
Okay.
Probably some timbales. But I do have small world percussion, tambourine, my favorite one. Shakers and bells and things like that.
Very, very good. Well, because Cuban, I like that. Do you have like a Ricky Ricardo kind of conga?
Well, I have them on stands.
Spend a lot of time with the percussionist. Let me tell you, the least important person.
Or the shirt.
Well, you learn something every day. I may just add a strap to that. And walk around.
Because you saw there was all I Love Lucy episodes. Ricky was defining cool. He'd get up there, he'd be singing and dancing around, and you'd see the strap, and you'd see kind of there was something on his back, like a papoose or something.
Well, you do have to thank him because he actually brought percussion to the forefront, at least at that time.
And he invented the rerun. But he'd sit there and he'd sing, and then at the appropriate part of the song, he'd whip that conga drum around. He had it on his back upside down, right? So he'd whip it around right side up, and boom, I could play some.
Oh, you're ready.
What, Desi? I got everything Desi ever recorded. You don't believe me?
Wow.
At my fingertips. Desi Arnaz and his orchestra. What do you want for starters? Babalu?
Whatever.
Babalu. It's a classic.
You got to dance, George.
Cuban Pete. I can't dance Cuban. Got to kiss your hips.
Swivel on your hips. Should be good to go.
Straw hat song. How about Cuban Caddy? This is the one that Eddie Murphy was making fun of. Remember? Your horse and carriage are for hire, senora. Remember that? A lot of big ramps on these songs over here. Although I gotta say, they're all about 3 minutes long.
But definitely for me, Ricky Ricardo was one of the influences, at least for
my
percussion.
horse and carriage is for hire, senora.
There, you get the idea. Well, that's very interesting because I like bands that mix it up. Is it because you're down here in South Florida? Is that why you gotta have a Cuban conga player? Are you Cuban?
Puerto Rican.
Oh, Puerto Rican! What was Wazowski's joke? Why do Puerto Ricans fly the flag? Because they're the only spicks that can't be deported.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a true story. Nevertheless, is it because are you all Miamians? Where do you hail from? Is it a local thing?
A variety of different places. We're all from all over, but I think the musical history down here is very rich. So to add that kind of Latin flavor is definitely something that we were intrigued by and wanted to do.
Is it a commercial decision? Hey, people will get the Spicks to come to our shows.
No, more just the right sound, the right feel, make it dance a little bit more with a second drummer.
Actually fans of that kind of
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of my favorite bands have multiple percussionists. Santana, the Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead, Widespread Panic, to name a few, and it's just a sound that I've always really liked. It makes it a lot fuller, and like I said, makes it dance a little bit more.
So, Morgan, you're their leader?
No. I'm just the drum set player.
Really? You're very humble, very modest over here, but who do you have one? Do you have somebody that's a leader?
No, we all kind of participate, I think, equally in the songwriting.
All leaders.
Yeah.
Who's the preliminary writer? Who's the main songwriter, since you have original music?
We all contribute a little bit.
It's definitely a joint effort, and I definitely, to what you were saying, I think we're definitely a fusion band. We all have different backgrounds, different things that inspire us, so we like to mix it up and just make it beautiful. We all just like to mix the best of music and make it beautiful.
So back to the name. See, I told you, there's a chart.
That's right. I'm looking at that right there.
That's beautiful. It's a 360.
You'll get lost if you don't map this. So where did you get that from? Where did you get the name from? Sorry.
No. Playing footsies.
Our guitar player has a cat, a Siamese cat that's actually cross-eyed, but it has blue eyes, and we were talking about band names, and it was just one of those things
they named themselves after a cross-eyed cat.
That's how we do.
That's how we roll.
That cat would freak me out, man. That cat's giving me the evil eye. So that's just straight. The cat's name is Blue?
The cat's name is actually Lita, but with the blue eyes and Siamese. I think it just works.
It sounds fine.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining. You should hear some of the crazy band names.
It's hard coming up with a good band name. It's tough.
But that's one of the I would love to. I named a band. They're not together anymore, but I could do that all day long. That would be a fun thing to do. To be an impresario. Just every once in a while you'll hear something and you go, that would be a really good band name.
Yeah.
Like I have a death metal band, not really, but I have a perfect name for a death metal band. Dark Stool.
Nice.
I read that on the back of a Pepto-Bismol bottle.
That makes you just want to listen to it, just make sure you throw the CD in and jam.
Hey, that'll scare some parents.
No, absolutely.
Mommy, can I have some money and go to Dark Stool concert? They're my favorite band.
Well, I thought that's a little bit funnier than the deliberate band names like Carcass.
This is true.
How long have you been together this configuration? Because I know a lot of the bands that come through here, they've been playing music for a long time, but with this one, with that one, how long have you all been a band together? How long have you been Siamese Blue?
Well, honestly, about 8 months.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
so
it.
So y'all are
new.
Totally all over the place. You're sloppy. You're unrehearsed. Really
no,
raw.
We're very rehearsed. We're new, but it's like we've been here forever.
Really?
It's amazing.
So you're well said. How many? Do you have an album's worth of original songs yet?
Almost.
Yeah, just about.
Almost two.
Almost 2 albums worth.
Yes, indeedy.
And what are the prospects right now? Talking to people, or are you still just...
Yeah, we're kind of putting ourselves out there, playing as many shows as we can, and we'll get to shop around for a label here soon.
Okay, putting out, that's good.
My goal is to have them shop for us, we've been having a lot of gigs.
Great point.
And the truth of it is, when you go to them, they get people every day, and so I like to stand on what we have and just be like, hey, here we are.
Okay, good thing. We'll take a break. I'm late for breaks, but we ought to take them here and come back and play another one.
Thank you.
Do you have a MySpace Music, by the way?
Yes, we do.
Oh, maybe play more than another one, because you got to have more songs than that on there besides what you email, right? Yeah, we're very high-tech over here. I have a browser. It's awesome. 225 on all internet radio, SoFloRadio.com.
SoFloRadio.com. Your headquarters for weed and prostitution.
Hey, pal, need a hand with that? Ouch. Next time you go shopping, go to Scrotum's, where everything comes in its own protective sack.
For one-stop shopping, that's the mall. Right below Dick's, at the mall. There's toys and booze, even high-speed modems. Safe in a sack right here at Scrotum's.
Everything you want at a price that's low. Looking for furniture? Don't shop Siemens. Come to the source. Thinking of buying a new car? All models sold at Scrotum's come with the driver's side double airbag. When it's cold outside, prices shrink at Scrotum's. So come in now for our winter sale and receive a free Scrotum's coffee mug that rests comfortably on any chin. You'd have to be nuts to shop anywhere else. Just ask Harry Balls, our proud owner.
That's right, Harry Balls here. Hey, we've got it all at Scrotum's. Have you ever dated an Italian girl with a mustache as thick as Raleigh fingers? Then pick up our Lady Remington mustache and beard trimmer. Just ask Mrs. Balls.
That's right, honey. I looked like Sebastian Cabot till I got the Lady Remington from Scrotum's. Now my face is as smooth as foreskin.
Scrotum's. We're never blue when we satisfy you.
For one-stop shopping, that's the mall. We're right below Dick's, at the mall. From cars to cows and high-speed modems. Safe in a sack right here at Scrotum's.
SoFloRadio.com. It makes its own gravy. Gravy.
SouthFloridaDiscounts.com. SouthFloridaDiscounts.com. This website is crazy. SouthFloridaDiscounts.com. Electronics, dining out, real estate, automobiles, boats, yachts, golf clubs, crazy discounts, jewelry, and more. SouthFloridaDiscounts.com. SouthFloridaDiscounts.com.
After rocking South Florida for over 30 years, she's back. And she's South Florida's classic rock again. She's only rockandroll.com.
She's gonna ride.
Custom Graphics produces all you need for weather-durable and fade-resistant decals, bumper stickers, and yard signs. Using the highest quality UV inks and materials, silkscreen printed to last. Consecutive numbered parking stickers for schools and associations. Bumper stickers for sports teams, clubs, and businesses. Custom Graphics can subsurface print or control panels, and they specialize in product labeling that endures moisture and handling. Custom Graphics in-house art department can help design what you have in mind, or incorporate any logo you may already have. Call 1-800-642-8444 and check out the Custom Graphics website at customgraphicsinc.com.
When you're ready to actually lose weight safely and steadily while being monitored by a physician, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson is there for you. The family medicine practice was established by her father in 1956 and continues as a medical practice that now specializes in weight reduction. Dr. Kim Jacobson joined the practice 20 years ago as both a family medicine practitioner and weight loss specialist. The Weight Loss Clinic utilizes a combination of appetite suppression medication and vitamins to produce great results, usually 3 to 4 pounds per week for most patients. Now you can change your lifestyle while still enjoying your own food, just less of it. They offer a choice of 2, 3, or 4-week plans. So whether you just need to lose a few pounds or a lot, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson can help you. They're located at 5454 Northeast 4th Avenue in Miami, just 2 blocks west of 54th Street and Biscayne Boulevard. Call them at 305-751-0091. They'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions. That's 305-751-0091. Get started on a beautiful new body today with Dr. Kim Jacobson and the Weight Loss Clinic.
To get in touch with George or Boca, call 954-9900036 in Springfield. In Mayberry, ask Thelma Lou to ring up 954-990036. For Shelbyville and surrounding areas of Quahog, 954-9900036.
She talks
talks to guys with lousy diction.
Hey, honeys, can I buy you a drink?
Vinny Guido Joey D.
Hey, Joey D, that's me, yeah.
He asks her, do you come here often?
What's a babe like you doing in a balls-up joint like this?
Can I get you a drink on me?
Hey, don't mind the sore on my lip. It's temporary, you know what I mean? Yeah, it'll go away. You know, you're beautiful, babe. I like that fishnet skirt. That's beautiful. You remind me of my mother.
Bloodshot eyes, he got to pee now.
Be right back, sweetie. Just gonna drain the dragon.
Wears his chinos way too tight.
Oh, yeah. But don't I look good?
Breaks out a wad of 50s when the check comes.
Yeah, I'm in the union.
Then expects her to spend the night.
What do you mean, no? What do you mean?
Yes, she talks to Guidos.
Come on, honey.
They all wear fancy gold chains.
Come on, sweetie, I'll show you a good time.
Oh, yeah, she talks to Guidos.
Come on, baby.
All looks and no brains.
What do you mean, no brains? Who said that? Hey.
Yes, she talks to Guidos.
Come here. Let's fight.
But she's wise to get games.
Hey, where are you?
Oh, yes, she talks to Guidos. She's always entertained.
Hey, honey, where you going? Come back, sweetheart.
Once there was this kid who could stick his hand under his arm and make disgusting sounds, and then he'd stick his tongue out, and then he turned his eyelids inside out. He drank a glass of milk from a straw stuck up his nose.
That surrounds you. SS is for your Nazi point of view. Ho is for the hose that works below me. L is for the losers, all of you. E is for the enemas you give me. S is for the shit I have to take. Them all together, they spell assholes. A word that sums up I-O-D-I-U-E. Music.
Well, I hit it. Oh, there it is. Did you play that Guido song because I have a Guido over here, Boca? Is that why you did that? She talks to Guidos? And I was in the bathroom during that. I came in really late.
Oh, man.
On the She Talks to Guidos thing. We didn't lose you, did we, Brian?
I'll play it again.
Oh, no. I was just, I thought I lost the line. I thought I lost the microphone thing over there. No worries over here. So I'm getting the feel for the music over here. Now, obviously, you guys like to mix it up, very reggae sounding things. I hate to do this, but you're supposed to, because one of these days, the big bad record company man is going to offer you a contract, and the CD is going to have to be tagged, and it's going to have to come up under the genres, and I hate that part. I'm organizing things, so what's it going to be? What are you going to label it? And I hate labels. You heard me when you were over here. I was like, oh, your label. I was like, I hate them labels.
Yeah.
Put CDs in, and it says New Age Alternative Alto Pop. They're coming up with a new genre, which makes it really difficult for me to update my iTunes.
At the end of the day, if we have to come up with some sort of label, I'd love to keep it simple and just say that we're a good rock and roll band.
Yes, lady.
Yeah. So that'll come up rock and roll, because the 60s music comes rock and roll. Most of the modern people want to be alternative. When I put the new Gorillaz in, you heard that he made it on the iPad. It comes up as alternative. That's what Damon wants to be called. So you don't like anything like that? You just want to call it just rock and roll?
That feels like rock and roll to me. I mean, if someone else wants to come up with a label, I guess.
Now that I ripped, you guys emailed me some songs, I'm going to have to put... Well, right now it's going under local. That's the genre.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Which is all over the place, as you know. And your music's all over the place. We've got one more song that we're going to play from you guys. But, you know what... And Leia, that's your voice. She's got a sweet, soft-spoken voice over here.
Thank
but
you.
You can belt out. You remind me of Altered Images. I queued them up. Are you aware of them, that band? Altered Images?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
But I should be. If you remind me of
from
them.
the 80s, and they had a couple of hits. She also had a very high lilty voice. So I'm going to play a little piece of it. One of their two hits. They were all over the place on MTV for about 5 minutes.
There you go. Well, at least I got 5 minutes.
Oh, man, big bet. I should have gotten the weather report ready.
Oh, yeah, I remember this one.
Remember that one?
Yeah, sure.
Remember this one?
These sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, this is my song. I love this song.
Really?
Yeah. I never knew who it was, though.
You could totally cover Altered Images, and and you could fool people into thinking that you're her. That's me. They don't want to remember that video.
I kind of remember that from being on an 80s movie soundtrack. So, is that right? Maybe Valley Girl or something like that? Something like that, yeah.
I like that.
Happy birthday.
So yeah, you remind me a lot of her. Not the only thing, but very cool. No, very nice mix of sounds. And, is that a thing that all your songs have to? Because the first two that I played so far sound very different from each other. Is that something that you're trying to achieve? Because some people want to go for a sound. We sound like this. Is that one of your things? No,
we really go with our heart and go with our soul. I mean, whatever feels good when we make a song, and we're like, you know what, that feels great. We just go with it. Our mantra is improvisational rock, funk, and reggae. So we just. Keep it wide open.
That is a cool
That would be a good genre right there. Improvisational rock, funk, reggae. I would change it after I ripped your CD. I'd be like, I'm not going to let that be a genre, and I would just distill it down to something. I would maybe file it under funk or something like that. I hate the slash stuff too, like funk reggae.
Right.
Oh, geez, now what? I got to click so many things to update my pod. And what if and it really wreaks havoc with the Genius playlist when you name things all kinds of weird.
When something's good, you got to work for it.
I know. But I got like 60 gigs I got to deal with, and I'm adding and subtracting all the time because I got duplicates, and you know how it goes. So besides Tobacco Road, and we're going to plug your gig Friday. Why don't we do that quick, and then talk about the other places you're going to be at, so people can stalk you, follow you around. Is there a theme for this Friday's Tobacco Road?
Yes, Downtown Get Down. Second annual
Downtown Get Down.
Indeedy.
Urban and Art Festival.
Yes.
There's art also?
Yes. It's going to be very intriguing.
Is it that live art that I've been hearing about? Is somebody going to be doing live art?
Basically what they're having is 3 stages.
Okay.
And they're going to have some local artists, painters, etc., who are going to display their art.
Oh, okay.
In addition to, there's 18 different bands, 3 DJs from 6 p.m. until 3 a.m. So it's and of course at Tobacco Road, you couldn't ask for a better live music venue in South Florida with all the history and tradition there.
Except possibly Club Revolution.
Definitely exciting.
Ever been to Revolution?
Sure.
Sorry, because I just if you get that VIP section there, I just don't want to leave. I actually want to handcuff myself to the rail right there in front of the VIP section. It's like I'm here.
Do it.
Like you know those bars that the tree huggers that the protesters use. They put their arms into these giant tubes and hold on to.
Just walk right in.
I'm not leaving here, Jeff. Jeff's the owner. I'm not leaving, Jeff. This is my spot.
Well, you could transport the radio show to there and just stay there the whole time.
Yeah, well, we're talking about it. This whole thing, the thing that we've kind of developed here is very mobile. We can take we can take it on the road, like two laptops and a little mini mixer, and that's a radio show. We even my co-host Boca Brian's in Boca remote controlling equipment from there. Yeah, you think that it's coming over the pipe, the disembodied voice that you hear. We have a ghost. He's a co-ghost.
A co-ghost
instead of a co-host because you don't.
Nice.
Yeah, I just made that up right now.
Wow.
Brilliant for you people here. So you write it down on your scratch.
Can we use that
piece of paper? Yeah, sure.
Co-ghost.
Give me some money. Where else besides this extravaganza on Tobacco Road on Friday? You going to be up in Broward at all?
Well, right now what we have pending is we're doing the Tobacco Road. We have right now pending a festival in March, the Largo Palooza.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Another.
Not confirmed. We're working on that. We're trying to get in the Winter Jam Festival in February up in north of Florida.
Okay.
And right now those are tentative.
Yeah, a big part of what we're doing now, still being that we're relatively fresh, is that we're still really grinding out the material, working very hard at our songwriting. And then once we really get a good handle on that, then we really want to come out of the gate strong doing our live performances. So it's just about one step at a time right now, and we're pretty happy with the progress we're making.
Not to mention, if you follow us on Facebook, we update it weekly, and we always have a gig Friday, Saturday night. You know, we would love to have everyone come out. So add us. We're also doing a ticket giveaway for Downtown Get Down. So
you want to, and we'll probably be hitting that more subsequently, like on Wednesday on the show on Friday. But if you want tickets to that Downtown Get Down, send me an email and we'll hook it up. How's that?
Absolutely. That's excellent.
Yeah. Yes, it is excellent. We'll just take another break, come back, play another song, and close out the show with Siamese Blue on SoFloRadio.com.
Thank you.
SoFloRadio.com.
I'm real horny. My Marine boyfriend's out killing in another country. What should I do?
Sergeant Dildo reporting for duty, ma'am.
Sergeant Dildo?
Sergeant Dildo, the soldier that digs deep in the bush. He'll fill your foxhole with love. He'll blow you away. Just strap on his helmet, add 2 D batteries, and switch him on.
I'm going in. What? Get to the nerve center.
Oh, yeah. Right there. Oh, yes, Sergeant Dildo. Oh.
Sergeant Dildo at all adult bookstores and Army surplus outlets.
North Korea's gonna build a bomb. They laugh at us as they string the UN along. That's the way it goes. Embargoes lift as plutonium slips right underneath our nose. Hey, bombs fly. Hey, bombs fly. Smoke and drink, 'cause we're all gonna die. Jimmy Carter thought he was using his head. Bummer, the guy he went to talk to now is dead. Ain't life queer? That's what you get for eating peanuts and drinking Billy beer. Hey, bombs fly. Hey, bombs fly. Smoke and drink, 'cause we're all gonna die. Shed a tear for peace, because we all are gonna die. Were you dumb enough to think one day we'd all become allies?
He invented country music.
He loves you, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's recorded over 27 platinum albums every year since the Great Depression.
I want to hold your hand.
He's Burdett Ashton, the largest-selling recording star of all time. And now, for the first time ever, Burdett Ashton sings The Beatles.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Yes, Burdett Ashton sings all the timeless classics by Britain's Fab Four.
Help. I need somebody help.
I shall get this monster smash.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
And who can forget?
Hey, dude, don't make it bad.
Yes, he's Burdett Ashton, country music legend.
A long and winding road.
This special 17-record collection available now and only through this exclusive radio offer. Album covers suitable for framing.
I'm Banjo V, and I got a record out you might like. It's called Slippery When Stepped In, featuring all my best songs, like this one here. Shot to the heart, you're to blame, you give love a bad name. Also, this is... Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prairie, yes, sir. Also one of my favorite tear-jerkers, 'cause I'm a cowboy. On a steel horse I ride, 'cause I'm wanted, dead or alive. Yep, that's Slippery When Stepped In by me, Banjo V. Available on LP, cassette, 8-track, and floppy cow chips.
Coming to a big, ugly concrete building near you. Stolichnaya presents George Thorogood in concert. It's the Let's Get Drunk and Puke Tour.
I drink alone.
Wait till you see the cleanup costs for this one. Off the wagon and on the road.
No, I ain't seen my baby since the night before last. Gotta get a drink, man, I'm gonna get gas. Gonna get high, man, I ain't had enough. Need me a triple shot of that stuff. Gonna get drunk, won't you listen right here. I want one bourbon, one shot, one beer, one bourbon.
Sponsored by Johnny Walker, Johnny Walker Black, and Johnny's Too Drunk to Stand, Let Alone Walk. Topside tickets available now. George Thorogood.
'Cause if you don't start drinking, I'm gonna leave.
The bed spins are about to begin. George Thorogood, toss it up in your town soon.
It pays to listen to WMCA. It pays to listen to WMCA. For traffic, news, games, and prizes. All kinds of music in all kinds of sizes. WMCA.
Or less. I love all these jingles. I just don't know what the hell they end with. Hey, that's your fault. I'm playing it, although you can't hear it. It's there. You didn't warn me it started out really quietly, y'all. Oh, no.
WABC. The love of New York. WABC.
Thanks, Brian.
Where you're hearing things. Where you're hearing things.
It's playing, you just can't hear it. It's subtle.
Don't play another jingle! It's playing, it's just quiet. Oh my God.
This is Healing Song, yes.
Really subtly. Brian didn't want to believe that it was actually playing there. I didn't want to believe it either. We're both in a little bit of denial there about that real real subtle Pink Floyd-esque opening there.
It comes on slow.
Anyway, so the Friday thing is the Downtown Get Down Urban and Art Festival.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
It sounds like it should have something more like Urban Music and Art Festival.
I know, right?
Sure. Stick something else in there. And that's at Tobacco Road downtown. Everybody knows where it is. We're there all the time. I'm thinking about doing that. What's a thing called a Foursquare? And becoming the king of Tobacco Road. Do you know about that? It's an app. It ties in with Facebook and other things. It's like you check in from places like you do on Facebook, but it's a game. And if you are the person that has checked in the most from a certain place, then you're the king of that place.
Wow.
And I don't know, like, there's cash prizes or something. I want to know if you kids are doing it before I get involved. Yet another layer.
No, Granddaddy, no.
Techno something, yeah. Yet another time-stealing activity that I don't need to be involved in, because I was just talking about that on the show the other day. The Facebook and the Twitter, and I'm still trying to get the... They took away... I found the software, I found the app that updates Twitter from Facebook, and then Facebook disabled it. Facebook made it so that it doesn't work anymore, because I thought, that'll do. I'll just update my Facebook, and it'll just tweet that automatically. No.
They want to waste your time.
I know. I want to find different, I just want to find one thing that updates all of it so that I don't have to play around anymore. No, so
your time is
I need information on Foursquare. So that's it. So right now, that's all we have to do is concentrate on getting people down to Tobacco Road to see.
Absolutely. Please come down. It's going to be an awesome festival. All kinds of different bands and music there.
12:30 we go on the patio stage, the main patio stage. Yes, 12:30 a.m.
Wow. Well, that's Friday. I know. It's Friday. What time do they close there?
5 a.m.
Really?
Never.
Yes.
Never? I know. It feels like never there. It's a sprawling complex. I want to have one of those apartments right on top or next to it or something, because then I don't have to worry about parking, which is a challenge. That's Tobacco Road, really easy to get into. The parking, on the other hand, it ain't no South Beach, though.
No.
At least there's that. You don't have to take a cab down there because of the parking, which is so brutal. Well, I want to thank you folks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
And we'll make a concerted effort to be there as always. It's just I can't plan my life that far ahead.
No way.
I'm a busy, in-demand, popular kind of guy. I just can't make these kind of commitments on the spur of the moment like that.
George, again, since you're a busy guy, we do want to thank you for inviting us. We have to give out a shout to G. Oski from Tobacco Road and Queen of the Scene, and Roosevelt Quevedo, our photographer.
Boca Brian, thank you very much. Monica, I'm George. We're SoFloRadio.com.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. This is the South Florida Radio Network.